And a very pleasant good evening, football fans, and welcome to another edition of the GINO'S Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO, and broadcasting live with free video on mybasin.com. This week, the GINO'S Cafe Game of the Week brings us to Modoc Field on the campus of Klamath Union High School as the Pelicans have a non-league contest against the Lapine Hawks. Glad to be with you tonight. Hello, everybody. My name is Josh Eldridge, joined by Todd Andrus to my left. Walter Hartley, you'll hear from him a little bit later on. Caitlin Rodriguez running the camera on the live stream tonight. Both teams entering 0-1 for this contest. And Todd, it's a great time to get a win this week for the Pelicans.
Yeah, most definitely. Coming off a very hard-fought battle last week, and now you're home, first home game, and they're looking for their big first win.
Battle last week against Mazama for Klamath Union. It was a tighter Canal Bowl than in years past, but a 34-19 loss. Reese Johnson looked real good through the air, 357 passing yards, had a few touchdown passes as well. Look to see more from him. Meantime, for Lapine, they had a tough time against South Umpqua, a loss to the Lancers 30-6. They had a hard time getting the ground game going, but they were able to attack through the air as well. So we're looking at some teams tonight that seemingly have similar styles.
Yeah, and both can throw the ball, both can run the ball. I think it's going to come down to the guys in the trenches. That's where it all comes down to in high school football, and the one who controls that line of scrimmage is going to win this game.
All right, we'll continue our pregame coverage here live from Modoc Field at Klamath Union High School. Coming up in just a little bit, we'll take a look around the Klamath Basin and around the state of Oregon before starting lineups and kickoff. It's all coming up here in just a bit on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and on mybasin.com.
What are the best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan.
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
you know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
As a parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
What are your goals? To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you are aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
It's time to reclaim your health and your autonomy. At Heartfelt OBGYN, they focus on you. Their evidence-based approach to care means fewer office visits and a targeted treatment plan to directly address your specific needs. They believe in solutions for their patients, not the industry's profit margin. The providers at Heartfelt OBGYN are committed to serving the community and giving back to the Basin. Find them at heartfeltobgyn.com. Heartfelt, because you deserve to be in control of your body and your informed choices.
Josh Eldridge and Todd Andrus back with you for the GINO'S Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and mybasin.com. The Klamath Union Pelicans getting ready to square off against the Lapine Hawks. But before we dive too deep into this game, let's take a look around the state. It's the only 3A game going on tonight as a Thursday night special edition. Got a lot of games coming up tomorrow, though, in the Basin. So we look at some of the lower classifications. Cross Point Christian playing Dufur tomorrow. We're also going to have some 2A games with Lost River and Bonanza. But before we get there, we're getting ready for the anthem. So we'll take one more break here on the pregame show and back in just a bit.
innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Subaru, you're coming home.
And we've got our captains meeting at midfield for Klamath Union. That's Reese Johnson, along with P.J. Safford, Trevin Ruano, and Tilden Kaufman, the captains for the Pelicans tonight. You can see them for those of you watching there on mybasin.com. Wanted to finish our thoughts, some of the games coming up tomorrow for Klamath Basin schools. Talked about Cross Point Christian having a big game at Dufur tomorrow in the 2A classification. We know that Lost River is visiting Hefner. That's the team that eliminated them from the playoffs last year. Good chance for the Raiders to get on the road and try to grab another win. Bonanza is hosting Lowell tomorrow night as well. Back-to-back home games for the Antlers, and then what has potential to be a real game of the week contender for anywhere in the state of Oregon. The Henley Hornets taking on the Marist Catholic Spartans, a rematch of last year's state championship game, a rematch of the 2023 state championship game at that as well. So you'll be able to listen to that game right here where you found us on mybasin.com tomorrow night. But before we get there, Todd, we kind of talked about these two teams and how similarly they played in week one. Both picked up losses, and I think the rushing game is where these teams struggled a little bit last week. Klamath Union, 10 attempts on the ground, 0 net yards. And for Lapine, they rushed the ball 18 times, but only for 10 yards. And in a night where it looks like we might have some weather, well, that running game is going to be important for both of these teams tonight.
Most definitely, most definitely. You know, Lapine has a kid named Davey Taylor, number 9. He had 141 yards receiving last week, 154 total yards, and KU is going to have to control and corral that kid. 141 yards. He's starting off a great season already for his senior year.
Certainly excited to see him and the rest of the Klamath Union Pelicans in action as well. It looks like they won the toss. I believe they chose to receive. Did you happen to see that, Todd?
I did not.
I believe KU is going to be out there to receive first. So we're going to step aside real briefly, and when we come back, it's time for kickoff, the GINO'S Cafe Game of the Week.
Yeah.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance. Thanks for joining us. Elevate started in 2020 as a dream. I wanted to open up a clinic of my own, really had a heart and a passion to treat athletes of all ages, and got the opportunity to do it. And wow, this is what's happened. One of the best parts of this job is that we get to work with all the student athletes on field, at their contests, at their games, all around the county. Specifically when you're working with dancers, right, we've got like...
Well, we bring you back to this game just getting started as the kickoff is up and fielded at about the 15. It was Klamath Union who opted to receive in on the return was Nolan Baker. Nearly dropped the football on that return, but Klamath Union holds on to it. They'll take it over to start this ball game, and they'll have it at about their own 28-yard line, it looks like, as we bring up for you the Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance Scoreboard. Elevate uses a modern and research-backed approach to physical therapy to ensure you see both a reduction in pain and enhanced mobility, getting you back to peak levels of optimal health and wellness. Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance has been training athletes of all ages since 2020. So here we go. The first play from scrimmage. Reese Johnson alone in the backfield. Maruk Morris lined up to the near side. Got three receivers lined up to the left for Johnson. Puts a man in motion. That's Coe going from left to right, and he's swallowed up in the backfield, taken down for a loss.
Yeah, penetration from the defensive line, got into the backfield. A 5-yard loss there?
Just about, yeah. So it'll be second down and, about 5 for Klamath Union. And we saw in the first half a little bit against Mazama last week. Took the Pelicans a moment to get going. Some penalties, some tackles in the backfield, bit them a little bit. Came along real nicely towards the end of the first half last week, but imperative to get off to a good start earlier tonight. Reese Johnson, of course, out there, his receiving core, including who we talked about, Gavin Coe, Nolan Baker, and Tilden Kaufman, along with Maruk Morris. We'll introduce you to the line here in just a moment. The back off to the left side of the quarterback, Johnson. He drops back to pass, surveys the field, and dumps a screen underneath. The pass is caught, brought up to about the 29, but it pops free. Lapine taking it back, and to the house is Shea Johnson into the end zone for a Hawks touchdown, but there is a flag down where the side of the initial tackle was made, so we'll see if this touchdown holds.
Yeah, the ball just got stripped, popped up, went right into the hands of the Lapine player, and then it was an easy walk into the end zone.
Our officials tonight wearing the white cap is Cooper Roberts, Ron Wagner, the umpire, linesman Casey Thompson, Rick Ladner, the line judge, and Robbie Cesena is the back judge tonight. And well, here we'll try to tune in to our white cap tonight, Cooper Roberts. So touchdown Lapine. It was a penalty against Klamath Union. The Hawks are on the board. They lead 6-0 with 11:08 to go in the first quarter.
Not the way you wanted to start off the game for KU, but a lot of time they can come back.
Certainly a lot of time, and it looks like due to try and kick the extra point, it's going to be Davey Taylor. It'll be held still by Johnson, the man who got the ball and returned it for 6. So there's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it splits the uprights. The Hawks up 7-0 to start this ball game. We'll step aside. Klamath Union will have a chance again in this GINO'S Cafe Game of the Week. You've got it on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and on mybasin.com.
What are your goals? To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you are aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
And we welcome you back to the GINO'S Cafe Game of the Week. 11:08 to go in the first quarter. Klamath Union finds themselves down to Lapine 7-0 on a fumble recovery for a touchdown. It was the second play from scrimmage, and Shea Johnson, the junior, got the fumble, took it into the house for 6, and, well, there you go. 7-0 lead for Lapine as we just get started.
Yeah, Klamath Union was just being good guests and give them an early lead to get this game started, but they'll bounce back here and let's get a good drive going.
Due to kick things off again for Lapine is their number 9, Davey Taylor. And the kick is more of a ground ball sent out to about the 35. Klamath Union more or less has to fall on it, and they do so successfully. I believe that was Isaac Barrias who fell on that football, so Klamath Union have a little bit of better starting field position this go-around. It looks like they'll take it about the 35.
Yeah, it's smart play by number 6 there. He, got the ball and typically doesn't get the ball, so he just went straight down on the ground, and good field position for him.
It's a little screen pass that Klamath Union had completed on that play where they fumbled. It was something that worked well against Mazama, just trying to dump it underneath and get those yards after the catch. Don't think it's time to go away from that game plan after just one bad play.
No.
One receiver to the near side for Klamath Union as they drive from right to left towards the north goal. Here's a screen pass. It is caught by Gavin Coe on the far sideline. Doesn't get much after the catch, though. A gain of about 3 yards, maybe less. It'll be second down for the Pelicans.
Yeah, great catch there. The ball was a little high out there, and he took the one hand out there, was able to corral the ball and get, 3 yards.
It was a bit of an issue last week for Klamath Union, those catches made in the backfield. A lot of dropped passes for the Pelicans against Mazama last week, so they can straighten that out and even get those 3 yards. It's a lot better than facing 2nd and 10. They'll have it now 2nd and 7, taking it from their own 38-yard line. Johnson, again, with the back off to his left. Similar formation here for the Pels, bunch set on the far side. Johnson calls for the snap. This is going to be a handoff up the middle. Powering forward for a short gain on that play is Ruano. I believe that was him at the bottom of that dog pile. It'll be third down and about 5 for the Pels.
Yeah, you got to test the run out, and it was right up the middle, but Lapine did a decent job stopping that run.
First opportunity on third down tonight for the Pelicans. Reese Johnson gets the call in from the sideline, and their offensive coordinator, head coach Josh Overstreet, in his second season with the Pelicans. Lapine was the only team Klamath Union beat in a straightaway contest last year. 27-26 was the final score. They did have one extra win. It was a forfeit win, though, against St. Mary's. Pelicans need a big third down conversion. Here's 3rd and 5. Johnson drops back to pass. He was alone in the backfield. Feels pressure to his face. Looks to the marker. The pass is incomplete. Nearly picked off on the other side. In on the pass breakup for Lapine was Cody Harmon. Good pass defense forces Klamath Union on a 4th down.
Yeah, although that was an incomplete, put that in the memory book because that cornerback, really jumped that route, and a stop and go is going to be wide open later in this game.
So Klamath Union going to be forced to punt here on 4th and 5 from their own 40. PJ Safford to punt for Klamath Union. I believe that's Barker back to receive for Lapine. He's stationed about the 25 on the other side of midfield. And with 9:50 to go in the first quarter, Klamath Union trails 7-0. Safford receives the snap, punts it from about the 30. A tall punt, rattles around the 25, takes a huge hop and continues to roll inside the 10. And that was a fantastic punt there from P.J. Safford inside the 5 at the 4.
Great punt, and Lapine, their first offensive plays, are going to have to go 95, 96 yards to get a score.
That was a 50-plus yard punt that time from Safford. Pinned Lapine way, way back. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Hawks from their own 4-yard line. Taking it over with 9:38 to go in the first quarter. And we'll actually get to see Lapine's offense operate for the first time tonight. In at quarterback is Kane Campbell for the Hawks. Takes a snap, looks deep, coming to the near side, might have a man. The pass is caught at the 30. He breaks a tackle. In on the reception was Sparrow. He shakes another defender past the 50, finally brought down at the 47-yard line. A huge completion for Lapine, flips field position, and the Hawks have it in KU territory at the 48.
Yeah, the cornerback was isolated on an island all by himself, kind of got lost out there. The receiver got it behind him, and then good pass and catch, and that's the penalty that you have when you get lost out there.
So it'll be 1st and 10. Lapine now a lot more comfortable. They've got it at the Klamath Union 48. 9:25 left to go in the first quarter. Out there along with the quarterback Campbell is tight end Gabriel Jeske. He's got Dayton Wilkinson as a wide receiver along with Elijah Sparrow, who you just saw make that catch. Rest of the starters for Lapine after this 1st and 10 play. They send a man in motion. Wilkinson goes from right to left. Quarterback drops back to pass, looks over the middle, and the pass is complete to Taylor at about the 40. An 8-yard completion brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, good route by Taylor, a sharp route, and created that separation so that quarterback could complete that pass.
A lot of timing routes for Lapine. That's the note that we got from them. And last week, you talked about their quarterback, 14 for 35, threw for 231 yards. He had no touchdown passes. He threw an interception, but Kane Campbell, 231 yards through the air. You can see he's got a good arm on him already.
Yep, yeah.
Here we go, 2nd and short, about 2 to go. And the snap, it's a handoff going up the middle. In on the carry was Evans, and he powers forward for a Hawks first down. A gain of 3 is good enough for Lapine to get a new set here.
Yeah, just the offensive line blowing the defensive line off the ball, and easy 3.
On the line for Lapine, Easton Zeiler, along with Cody Whittington, Richie Luck, Brody Smith, and Ethan Castro. And Evans, we mentioned him, Remington Evans in the backfield for Lapine tonight. They've got it 1st and 10 from the Klamath Union 37-yard line. They've got it from the right hash. 2 receivers set out to either side, and Evans off to the right hip of the quarterback, Campbell. Calls for the snap, drops back to pass. Looking again deep on the sideline, and that one's nearly picked off, but a flag. This one looking like it's against the Pelicans. Might see some pass interference here.
Yeah, that's a tough call, and little talk out there too. But there's a little 2 hands on the back, and got a really slight push on that one, but it's going to be pass interference.
Yeah, intended receiver down on the near sideline was Dayton Wilkinson, the junior. In on the coverage was Tilden Kaufman, but certainly some contact. Let's see. Yeah, pass interference on the defense. So it'll be 1st and 10 Lapine. They get 15 yards for the penalty in high school. Not a spot foul at this level, so they'll move it 15 yards downfield, and they'll have it 1st and 10 from the 22.
Yeah, this is where KU needs to dig deep and hold them here. Only let them get a field goal if they can even get that. Let's go.
Man lined up in the backfield for Lapine. This time is Sparrow. Looks like he's got something of a fullback with Johnson lined up there to his left as well. Here's the snap. It's a handoff to Sparrow. Looks left, but then moves right. He's swallowed up at about the line of scrimmage in the near sideline. No gain on the play, but good enough to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was great penetration by the KU defensive line. Strung out the play, and then the follow-up with the backers making that play. Great job on that play. Yeah.
7:49 to go in the first quarter. Lapine leads Klamath Union 7-0, and it looks like a penalty against the offense will bring this one back.
Yeah, it looks like a hold. Let's build off that. They need to build off that.
Yeah, KU trying to keep the Hawks behind the sticks. It'll be first and 20, from the 32-yard line, still taking it from the right hash. One receiver lined up to the near side along with the tight end. He's got 2 men lined up to the left and his running back off to the left side as well. Campbell calls for the snap, looks left to pass, tries to find a man deep. The pass is incomplete.
Oh!
Did that pop up into the hands of KU? No, they're going to say that was incomplete.
For a second, I thought that hit a player and popped up, not the ground, and real close. But good defense out there, getting that challenging for that ball. Great job.
Yeah, it was kind of a 50-50 ball up there, and Klamath Union settled underneath it nicely. Everyone seemed to try to go for the catch, maybe try to bat that ball down a little bit, because when it pops up, it could get a little bit scary for both teams. But either way, you got 2nd and 20 for the KU defense.
Yep.
So here we go. 2 men lined up this time to the near side. They're sending Taylor out to the left. They've also got the tight end on the left side. Campbell with Sparrow off to his left as well. They send a man in motion. Coming to the near side is Taylor. Now he heads back outside. He takes the direct snap, dodges one defender, and finally gets taken down after a gain of 1. Sort of a nifty play, but Lapine not getting much out of it.
Great job by the defensive end to cause havoc in that play. Didn't make the tackle, but caused so much delay in that play and messed it up so much that his support came in and got him.
Yeah, I believe on that far side there for KU, it's Aiden Caldera, the senior. He's sort of a new addition to the defensive front there for Klamath Union. They got a little banged up in the trenches last week against Mazama, so some new faces out there, but there was Caldera making that catch. So now Lapine faces 3rd and 20, 6:47 to go in the first quarter. And a little bit maybe confusion about the lineup for the Hawks, but they finally got it figured out. 3 men to the near side and 1 out to the right. Campbell takes the snap. There's a flag as the snap is made. He looks downfield. The
Interception.
pass is incomplete. Nearly intercepted by Kaufman, but he came down on the shoulder pad of the Lapine player, and the ball popped free. But like I said, flags on either side of the field at the start of that play. We'll see exactly what the officials saw down there, but
it looks like someone lined up offsides. I'm not sure if that's defense or offense, but it looks like it's going to be against Lapine.
We're going to find out. Again, our Whitecap to the near side. They've got it mic'd up. That's not typical when you go to a lot of places, but got it made pretty well here at KU. All right, let's hear what Cooper Roberts has to say. We're looking at false start for Lapine. So take another penalty, and they'll repeat third down.
Yeah, that was actually too many men in the backfield.
Gotcha.
So
here we go, 3rd and 25 for Lapine. If there's any silver lining, they'll at least get another chance at a deep ball, which they've come close to a couple of times. They've completed one to even get this far on the field. Remember, this drive started at the 4-yard line for Lapine, but now they face 3rd and 25 in Klamath Union territory. The yard to gain is the 12, and they take this one from the 37. Looks like it's going to be an empty backfield for the Hawks. 3 men lined up to the near side and 1 man out to the left. Campbell trying to get his guys to line up and calls for the snap. Looks to the right. Got a little screen pass, and it is complete to Evans, but he is taken down well short of the first down. Does get a solid gain of nearly 10 yards on that catch, but it'll bring up 4th and long.
No, I think that was good defense, though. 3rd and real long. Let them have a little dump-off pass like that. They're still 4th and 15, 16, and they're out of field goal range, so they're either going to go – oh, no, looks like they're going to kick it.
Yeah, they're bringing the tee out here, so this will be a lengthy field goal. It's looking like about 45-ish yards on this field goal attempt for Lapine's number 9, Davey Taylor. To snap or to hold for him again is Johnson. And this is going to be a very long field goal attempt for the Hawks. We've got a whistle on the Hawks sideline, and they're going to call timeout. We'll stick with you through this timeout, but Todd, you're nodding your head. What do you see over there?
Yeah, well, they just they weren't sure how to line up, and it was a good timeout because a 45-yard field goal in high school is a 55-yard field goal in college.
Sure.
I mean, it's that's a big length for anyone in this league. So I'll be interested to see how well they do on this one.
As we have a break in the action, want to remind you that tonight's game is, of course, brought to you by GINO'S Cafe on East Main Street. They're open every morning at 6:30, serving up their famous breakfast burritos. Those are served all day long, along with other menu items like burgers, monthly specials, and Italian favorites. You can order online at iloveginos.com or have it brought right to you on DoorDash. As Lapine getting ready to head back out onto the field. Again, they attempting that long field goal perhaps. It looks like the tee's still out there. They're still going to try this long shot of a field goal. Again, about 45 yards is what we're looking at here.
Yeah, they're putting someone in the back end zone in case it's short. They'll be able to return that.
Yeah, that's Tilden Kaufman, who's going to be stationed in front of the uprights. And both teams ready to go. Klamath Union got a couple guys off the line of scrimmage just in case Lapine tries to get a bit tricky here. But here we go. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. It looks like it's going to be good. Wow, just snuck over the crossbar. I thought that one was running out of steam, but a 45-yard field goal makes it 10-0 Lapine with 5:26 to go in the first quarter. That had just enough to make it through.
Well, we found his limit.
Yeah.
It's 45 yards. Yeah, that just snuck over the end line. I'll tell you, the first play, they get almost 50 yards on a deep pass. Then KU's defense stepped up. So that is a small victory. They gave up 3 points, but that's still a small victory. Now let's get the offense started up.
Yeah, truly all things considered after that first play, Klamath Union a pretty good defensive stand. They didn't get fooled on those misdirection plays or those screen plays either. And now they'll have a chance to get after it on offense. Their first possession ended in a fumble recovery for a touchdown. They had to punt it their second time out. But going to see what they're able to accomplish their third time out. It looks like Tilden Kaufman back to receive. He'll be back there with Trayvon Ruano, junior and the senior combo back to receive, stationed about the 5-yard line for Klamath Union as we get set to kick things off on the Lapine side. They're white head to toe tonight with Navy numbers across their back and Lapine written across their chest. Klamath Union red from head to toe tonight. Their red caps with KU written in white, and Pelicans written across their chest in white as well with white letters. So here we go. Lapine up 10-0, but Klamath Union a chance to receive here. A booming kick is going to be fielded at the goal line, and it looks like it's Gavin Coe actually who received that, but it was in the end zone, so it'll be a touchback. No chance to receive there, and Klamath Union will have it 1st and 10.
Yeah, anytime the ball crosses the end line like that, the ball's dead in high school football, and you can take it out to the 20.
So again, Klamath Union, like you said, Todd, they're 1st and 10 from the 20. Just under 5:30 to go in the first quarter. Klamath Union trying to put a little bit of a drive together, and it looks like they're ready to get on the football. Coe and Morris lined up to the near side along with Kaufman. And to the far side, you'll see Nolan Baker. Johnson with his running back to his left, takes the snap. It's a handoff to the right side. A lot of room for Ruano. Gets the first down and then some. He's up past the 30 to the 40. Now to the 50, to the 40 before being brought down out of bounds. A huge run for Ruano and Klamath Union. A big first down. They'll have it 1st and 10 on the other side of midfield, about the 40.
Great job by the right guard and tackle. Created that lane for that running back to take. Made a little juke, but went down the line, down the end line there, and great run.
So just shy of the 40. They're marking it at the 43. So about a 37-yard carry that time for Ruano. You'll take that. And the Pelicans have it 1st and 10 in plus territory as they drive towards the north goal. Again, same formation coming out for the Pels. 3 men to the near side. Ruano off the right side of the quarterback, Johnson, and 1 man, his receiver, lined up on the right side. Johnson calls for the snap, looks to the near side, feels pressure to his backside, looks across the middle of the field. That one is incomplete. Again, nearly picked off, but Shea Johnson in there to break up the pass. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Looked like he fumbled the ball a little bit when he threw that ball, and that kind of was an ugly little duck that went up there, and very lucky it didn't get intercepted. The receiver was wide open, though, or was breaking open deep. So if he can get a little bit more air underneath that, that's going to be a good play.
So 2nd and 10 again from the 43-yard line. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Klamath Union trails Lapine 10-0. Reese Johnson, the quarterback, breaks the huddle. They've got Nolan Baker lined up on the near side along with Maruk Morris and Tilden Kaufman as well. Empty backfield set for Johnson here. They send Kaufman in motion. He's wrapped up in the backfield after taking the sweep handoff. That's a big loss on that play. 3rd and very long coming up for KU.
Yeah, that right defensive end got great penetration and blew that play up right away. Looked like it was close to a face mask there, but I guess he didn't really grab it. He just had his hand over it.
They're calling it 3rd and 18 for the Pels. They've got it now on their side of midfield at the 49. Johnson gets the call in again from the sideline. Bringing it into the huddle, and clock continues to tick. 4.5 to go in the first. Morris and Baker to the near side. Johnson alone in the backfield. 3 men lined up to the right for this 3rd down play. Klamath Union 0 for 1 on such attempts so far tonight. Johnson looks for the quick completion to Ruano, trying to find a screen, and the completion is made. Spins off of 1 defender, a good gain, but short of the first down. He gets it to about the 39. It'll be 4th and about 5 for the Pels here.
Yeah, they gave themselves an option to go for it on 4th down here if they want, or kick it. It looks like they're considering going for it, so that was a good, smart play to gain, 10, 15 yards there.
I think officially it would be a 14-yard gain there for Klamath Union. They've got it officially 4th and 6 for the Pels here. Similar formation, Kaufman and Coe out to the right side Morris and Baker to the near side, along with Kaufman there in the slot, and Johnson alone in the backfield. Calls for the snap, drops back, feels pressure to his face, moves up in the pocket, just gets rid of it. Pass nearly intercepted again, but just off the hands of Campbell. Regardless, it'll be a turnover on downs, and Lapine will take it 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Yeah, the defense made the quarterback there roll out to his right, and most of his receivers were over to the left, and he really didn't have much option to get that first down.
Last time Lapine had it, it was a 45-yard field goal that capped off their drive. They took it 50-plus yards downfield, and the drive stalled after a couple of penalties. But now they'll have it again, 1st and 10. Looks like it's right at the 39, pardon me there. 3:12 to go in the first quarter. Campbell takes a low snap, is able to recover it, but gets swallowed up immediately. The ball pops free, but I think they're going to call him down before the ball popped out. A big sack, though, for Klamath Union. I believe in on the tackle, 71 there for the Pels up front, and it'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, I think Thompson got that, and he took advantage of the fumble there and came close of getting it.
Defensive front for Klamath Union. P.J. Safford on the end. On the other end, playing opposite him, is Aiden Caldera. Darius Thompson up front there for KU as well. Here's Lapine's 2nd and 15. Nearly another errant snap, but this time they get the handoff off to Sparrow. He's again taken down in the backfield for a huge loss. Pelicans getting back there and taking him down.
Yeah, the right end, Coe, did a great job of penetrations, stayed home. The running back just went right into him, and he had an easy tackle there. Good job.
Good job for Klamath Union to be able to secure those tackles. Last week against Mazama, a few too many of those got away from him, but able to make a nice tackle like that is certainly beneficiary for that Pels defense. Now they pin Lapine for 3rd and 19 from the Hawks' own 30-yard line. Three receivers set out to the near side for Campbell, just a tight end to the left, and the running back off to the left side as well. Quick screen pass. It is caught by Wilkinson, and he's able to bring it forward for a gain of about 5. Still well short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 15.
Yeah, great job by the middle linebacker. He just stayed home. Again, staying home is critical, and that ball just came right into him.
And we've got a whistle. Oh, was there some lightning back there?
I'm not sure. I thought I saw a flash out there.
I heard some other people mumbling about weather. I know that was going to become maybe an issue. We thought we could stave off the lightning, but the players are heading off the field. I believe that puts us into a 30-minute delay, but we're going to get the official signal here. So we are going into a 30-minute lightning delay. So for those of you watching on mybasin.com, we're going to keep things right here. You don't have to go anywhere. We're just going to have this here graphic up on your screen. Stick around for about a half hour. For those of you listening on the radio tonight, we are going to return you back to normal programming here on News Talk. And when the time is right, we will welcome you back to the GINO'S Cafe Game of the Week. Again, a 30-minute lightning delay as Lapine leads Klamath Union 10-0 with 1:22 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back in just a little while on the GINO'S Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and on mybasin.com. And Todd Andrus back with you here on 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and mybasin.com. Looks like we're nearly about ready to restart this one as we entered a lightning delay about a half hour ago, and we seem ready to resume play. Lapine will have the football. They are driving. They have the lead with a couple of minutes left to go in the first quarter. It is a 10-0 ball game, and after that delay, Todd, seems like we're ready for football.
Yeah, unfortunately, that delay came at an unfortunate time for KU. You could just feel the momentum just starting to shift a little bit to KU. Their defense is really kind of leading their effort right now, and hopefully they can come back out here on after this delay and restart that defense and get their offense back and going.
Just to remind you what you might have missed so far tonight, Klamath Union started with the football, and after 2 plays, a fumble allowed Lapine to recover and go in for a score. That's how they got up 7-0 to start the ball game. Klamath Union got the ball back but were forced to punt. When Lapine got the ball again, they drove the ball about 50 yards but settled for a 45-yard field goal off the foot of Davy Taylor. That's how they find themselves up 10-0. To be exact, a minute 20 left to go in the first quarter, and we are ready to go. Lapine driving from left to right, and, well, maybe not, as the officials blow the play dead before it can really even get going. Quarterback for Lapine is number 10, Kane Campbell. He's got Dayton Wilkinson, Elijah Sparrow, Davy Taylor, Gabriel Jeske, and Remington Evans out there as his skill players. On the line, it's Ethan Castro, along with Brody Smith, Richie Luck, and Cody Whittington, and Easton Seiler. And we've got a punt on this 4th down play. It's going to be punted out to about the 40 on the Klamath Union side of the field, so that's where they'll take it. A turnover on downs and a 3-and-out for the Hawks, and the Klamath Union Pelicans take it 1st and 10 at their own 40 with a minute 13 left to go in the first quarter.
Great field position. Let's get these offense. I'd like to see them do a little bit more running. They did pop that big game for 30-plus yards. I'd like to see them kind of get that going, and I'd like to see the offense get in a good rhythm.
Yeah.
They still haven't been into a rhythm yet, and that's real important.
Last week, Klamath Union had trouble on the ground, 10 attempts, no rushing yards. Lapine didn't have it much better last week, but yeah, certainly want to get both facets of that offense going. Still a lot of football left to be played here in the first quarter. A minute 13 left to go. Klamath Union trails by 10, but they've got the football 1st and 10 at their own 40. And Reese Johnson has got Trevin Ruano off to his left side, 3 receivers to his left and 1 more to the right. You can see the train passing by on the other side of Modoc Field as Tilden Kaufman crosses in the backfield. It's a handoff to Ruano. Has some patience in the backfield. Cut back across to the near side. Past the 40. Now down before reaching the 35. There's 2 flags down in the backfield. But, yeah, good leading blocks there for Klamath Union, but it looks like this one might be coming back.
Yeah, unfortunately, the linebacker didn't get his head turned around, so when he went into him on a block, that's a blindside block in high school, that's going to be a penalty, and that's going to be 15 yards. But it was a great cutback. The play was really developing just great, but that was a good call.
Our officials discussing it over. And, you know, when you got the head turned like that, as many rules in high school, it's a safety issue.
Yeah, it is.
You really try to take care of the players here.
That's the right call. It's just old school. That wouldn't have been called, and that was a great block.
So it looks like it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul back there for KU on a block in the back. So see officially where they marked the foul. I think it was 5 yards upfield. So all told, it doesn't hurt Klamath Union all that much, but they would have had a first down had that play not gone backwards.
Yep.
Klamath Union tonight just 1 first down gain. Lapine has 3 so far. But again, we are only in the first quarter. Had a lengthy lightning delay, so if you're just joining us, that's why we've still got a minute left to go in the first. Clock continues to run. 3 receivers set out to the near side for Johnson. Running back off to his right side along with 1 extra receiver on that right side. Here we go. 1st and 14 for the Pels. Looks like they're going for a similar play. Kaufman again in motion. Johnson back to pass. Unloads a deep ball. It is caught at the 25. Taking it home. A Klamath Union touchdown, and that was Gavin Coe for the big-time touchdown play for the Pelicans. Call it 65 yards on the reception, and the Pels are on the board.
Quarterback got the set back there, reviewed the field, made enough air underneath it, just underneath for a catch and a score. Great route by the receiver getting behind the defensive back there. Just a great play. Gets him back into this game.
Again, about 65 yards on that touchdown connection. Klamath Union likes those deep touchdown passes. Did it a couple times against Mazama last week. This time, Gavin Coe strikes from 65 yards out. Klamath Union looking to kick an extra point here and make it a 3-point ball game. P.J. Safford to try to split the uprights for the Pels. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. And it is no good. Wide left there for Safford. So our score remains 10-6 with 41 seconds left to go in the first quarter. A quick drive that time for Klamath Union. It only took them 2 plays. They go 60 yards for 6 points. And again, 10-6, our new score.
And that's how you want to start the lightning delay. You want to, get a punt. 2 plays, boom, score. You're right back in this game, and the momentum's on your side now. The momentum is on your side.
Well, that deep pass could be a candidate later on tonight for our Pacific Power play of the game. The mission of the Pacific Power Foundation is to support the growth and vitality of local communities through charitable investments. Over the past 5 years, the foundation has awarded over $13 million to nonprofit organizations. Stick around for our post-game show tonight, and we will pick a Pacific Power play of the game. So Klamath Union due to kick things off. Back to receive for Lapine. I see Wilkinson is back there. Here's the near returner. I believe on the far side is Shea Johnson. And P.J. Safford will kick things off for the Pels as they trail by 4. Safford had a 60-yard punt earlier in the game, missing the extra point this most previous try. Certainly got a boot on him. Going to try to pin Lapine with some not-so-favorable field position on this kickoff. Did it well against Mazama last week. And here we go. Safford walking up, and there's the boot. More of a squib kick. Rattles around the 45, takes a wicked hop, but it's picked up at the 35 for Lapine. Bringing it up to the 40 is Remington Evans. So kind of a squib kick there, and Lapine takes over.
Yeah, close to kind of a funky onside kick. They weren't prepared for that, Lapine, and I saw one of those kids being a little speedy, and I thought he might get it. But Lapine has great field position. Now it's time for the defense to step up, get their offense back out on the field again, and get that lead.
36 seconds to go in the first. Lapine at the 40. The 41 is where they will officially mark the start of this drive. Last time out, a 3-and-out for the Hawks. They wound up behind the sticks after Klamath Union did a great job of getting into the backfield. Looking for more of that here from the Pels. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 out to the left, and the running back off the left side hip of the quarterback, Campbell. Puts a man in motion. That's Taylor. He's going to take a handoff on a sweep. Tries to find a little bit of room on the outside, but he's taken down for a 2-yard loss by the Pelicans.
Again, a great job by the right end, stringing that play out. The cutback lane was there, but the inside linebacker did not over-pursue and was able to make a great tackle for a loss.
So it'll be 2nd down and about 12 to go here for the Hawks. And you're exactly right. That Pelican front has done a great job of getting back there, much better than they did last week. I know it's still early, but they say the biggest improvement a team can make is from week 1 to week 2. And so far on the defensive end, the Pels have made a nice adjustment, and this will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Pels still trail, though, 10-6 after 1 quarter of play. We'll be back with the second quarter next at the GINO'S Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and MyBasin.com.
At GINO'S on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
GINO'S on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at iloveginos.com. GINO'S on East Main, simply good food.
Josh Eldridge and Todd Andrus with you for the GINO'S Cafe Game of the Week. Later on tonight, you'll hear from Walter Hartley and Caitlin Rodriguez running the live stream for you this evening on mybasin.com. After one quarter of play, Klamath Union trails Lapine 10-6. The Hawks have the ball, 2nd and 12 on their side of the field, snapping it from about the 39-yard line. It's a low snap to the quarterback, Campbell, but he gets a quick screen pass off the far side. Now, with some forward movement, the receiver, Taylor, breaks a tackle, nearly breaks another, gets the first down just shy of the 40, about the 41-yard line, and a gain of about 17 yards on that catch.
Yeah, it was a little bubble screen, got 3-4 yards. And then the rest was on his own. He did a great job of breaking some tackles, and gosh, a tough kid. It looks like he's a little hurt, though. He limped off to the sideline.
Now at 1st and 10, looks like they're giving him extra yard there on the spot, right at the 40. Lapine now into Klamath Union territory as the clock continues to roll. 11:45 to go before halftime. Reminder to stick around with us tonight during halftime for the Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show. All right. 2 receivers set up to the near side, 1 off to the right. As Lapine takes their turn driving towards the north. Campbell takes the snap, looks for the streaker down the near side, has a man wide open, but incomplete. Down on the near corner, Remington Evans comes away empty after that one hit his hands.
Yeah, KU is doing a cover 2, which is the corner kind of stays up for the run and lets the receiver go behind him, and is trusting that safety to come over and get that long, deep play, but the safety's not getting over quick enough, and that was big gap. The only reason why that play didn't work is because he didn't catch the ball.
2nd and 10 coming up for the Hawks. Similar formation for Lapine, although this time the running back switches to the left side of the quarterback. Still 2 men to the near side. Out there is Evans, and in the slot, Wilkinson. A high snap. Campbell corrals it. Looks to the near corner. That's picked off at the 25. That's Tilden Kaufman. Brings it up to the 35, and the Klamath Union Pelicans come away with a takeaway. They'll have it 1st and 10.
That was a similar play, just flipped it to the other side of the field. That side, that safety, was able to get over there, read the play perfectly, made a great interception. Turnover. Now let's capitalize on that.
1st and 10, 35-yard line in Klamath Union territory. They take it over with 11:11 to go before halftime. Last time the Pels had the ball, 2 plays. It was a quick strike, a 65-yard touchdown catch for Gavin Coe. Made it 10-6. Pels looking for another quick strike here. You know, last week against Mazama, similarly, their scoring drives were quick. None of them over 5 plays. So this is what this team likes to do. 2 receivers set up to the near side. Kaufman bunched up there. And Ruano off to the right side of Johnson. Johnson, play action pass, looking for Kaufman in the near sideline, but he feels pressure and gets taken down before he can really get the throw off.
Yeah, and actually he was fortunate that he threw it into the ground because that corner really had that play read well, and if he would have intercepted that, he was off to the house.
So Klamath Union going to have to face 2nd down and 10. Have had trouble in late down situations tonight, have the Pels, so important to get a few here on this 2nd down play. They've had a little bit of success running the football, Todd. That's something we talked about.
Yep.
Probably a running situation here for the Pels, I would imagine.
Yeah, a third and manageable would be a really good play here, but they could go deep. You never know.
3 receivers set up to the left for Johnson. Running back off to the right side. Sends Kaufman in motion. Now he comes to the near side in the slot. Johnson drops back to pass. He's looking for Coe again, deep, finds him at the 30. Coe is off to the races, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown Pelicans, another big catch for Gavin Coe. And the Pels take the lead. They're up 12-10 with 10:55 to go in the second quarter.
Same plays they scored the first time. A lot of time back there. The quarterback could scan the field. The receivers just started breaking, making that separation, laid it up over there. You know what, I'll tell you, Grandma, buy that kid a Coke. He deserves it.
Yes, that's his second touchdown catch of 60-plus yards. That one right at 60 yards for Coe. And now it's up to Safford to try to atone for his earlier mistake and put his Pels up by a clean 3 points. Well, they might be trying to go for 2 to get it all the way back. No, maybe not. I thought there was a quarterback lining up there, but it looks like they're going to have Safford kick this extra point. Well, it is
I think you're
spreading out. They're making it funky. The offensive line goes out way to the left. They've got one man to snap it there for Safford. He's going to take the direct snap. Looks to try to find the man in the middle, but it is incomplete. The intended target for KU there, Griffin Johnson. It's incomplete. Our score remains 12-10. Klamath Union taking the lead here with 10:55 to go in the second quarter. We'll be back with more of the GINO'S Cafe Game of the Week next on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and on mybasin.com.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
Twelve to 10 our score, 10:55 to go in the second quarter. Klamath Union leading Lapine on a special Thursday night edition of the GINO'S Cafe Game of the Week. Glad to be with you this evening. It was a two-play drive for the Pels. It took them 15 seconds on a 65-yard score from Gavin Coe, his second touchdown reception of the game. Reese Johnson's fifth passing touchdown of the season, and puts their team up by 2.
Momentum has definitely changed in KU's favor. Let's keep it going.
Lapine back to receive for them. It looks like Elijah Sparrow, the near man. They've got two guys lined up a little ways in front of him, but another squib kick, this time coming out for KU. Squirts out to about the 40, nearly trouble with it, but I think the Hawks wound up sure-handed with it and fell on it. I believe that was Neil Wood maybe there on it. I see Cody Harmon coming out of the bottom there as well. Regardless, Lapine will have it 1st and 10 in their own territory at the 42.
Yeah, real close. If Lapine doesn't make some adjustments here soon on that, they're going to get it. They're going to get that play. But let's get this defense solid as it's been going, and 3 and out. Let's go.
Last time out for Lapine, they faced 3rd down, and they threw an interception. Klamath Union looking for another big takeaway here. They've got 2 men in the backfield with the quarterback, Campbell. Someone lined up right behind him and someone lined up off to the right side. It's a handoff. I believe taking that handoff to the far side is Sparrow. Doesn't have a ton of room and is taken down for a loss on the play. -4 yards on the carry, and the Pelican defensive front again creating havoc.
That is defensive line 101. When the ball goes out, string them out, use that sideline as your aid, and then let the backers fill in. 3 or 4 plays in a row that Lapine has gone to try to go outside, and they're doing a great job of stringing it out.
They'll have 2nd and 14 from their own 40. The yard to gain on the other side of midfield is the 47-yard line. 2 men set out wide to the near side for Lapine. They've got a tight end and 2 receivers to the right. Campbell calls for the snap, Drops back to pass. Feels pressure in his face. Unleashes downfield. Another interception for Klamath Union. This time, it's Kovacic. He brings it up to the 50. And a 3-yard return as well. Back-to-back interceptions for the Pels defense. And they've got it 1st and 10 from midfield.
Great job reading that play by the cornerback there. But let's give some credit to the defensive line. That offensive lineman was in the quarterback when he threw it. Probably made him underthrow it a little bit, and that was because of defensive pressure up the gut and creating havoc. Great job all around by the KU defense.
I believe that was Weiser and Caldera in the face of the quarterback there. The senior and the junior defensive linemen, creating that opportunity for their defense. The Pels have it 1st and 10 in Lapine territory at the 49-yard line. They take it over with just under 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. They lead 12-10. And the ball's on the line of scrimmage. We're just making sure everyone's lined up, I suppose, properly. Whitecap goes back to his normal position, and here we go. Johnson alone in the backfield. 2 men lined up to the near side, 3 receivers to the left. Johnson takes the snap, looks immediately for a screen, finds Ruano in the backfield. He takes a couple of defenders with him for the ride, a gain of about 4 yards on that catch. And Klamath Union faces 2nd and 6.
Yeah, great individual effort. It looked like it was going to be a 2-yard loss, and with will and effort, he got a gain.
Brings it up to the 47, now on the other side of midfield.
So we should be scoring on this one, right?
Well, you'd think so.
The last
You'd
2
hope
times.
So, yeah. I mean, they scored from further out from where they are now their last 2 times out on real deep passes. Klamath Union in plus territory. They send 3 men out to the left, 1 man to the near side. And Ruano off the left hip of Johnson. Here we go. 2nd and 7 is the official down and distance. This is a handoff. Breaking a tackle is Ruano before he runs into a brick wall about 4 yards downfield. It'll be 3rd and about 4 coming up for the Pels.
Yeah, great job. The Lapine defensive line got his initial hit. They're at the line of scrimmage. He was able to bounce off of it and get 3.
3rd down and 4 for the Pels. They've not had great success on 3rd down tonight, but not a ton of opportunities. They're only 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions thus far. 2 receivers to either side. On the near side, it looks like it's Coe and Kaufman. And 3 set out to the left, including Ruano, Baker, and Morris. Johnson feels pressure to his backside, scrambles out to the near side, unloads downfield. The pass is caught at the 25 again by Coe. Loses a defender, stays on his feet, down into the 10, and he is pushed out of bounds. Another big catch by Gavin Coe on the near sideline.
Yeah, that was a great route because what he did is he ran his route and then he saw his quarterback kind of rolling out. Then he found a pocket and just hung in that pocket. Quarterback's eyes stayed up, hit them, receiver. Wow, he has, close to 200 yards, I'm guessing 175 in the first half, and there's 8 minutes left.
Yeah, at least 175 for sure here in the first half. He has found himself a rhythm tonight. The senior, standing 6'2", Gavin Coe. He is lined up on the bottom of your screen there on mybasin.com. The receiver to the near side. Kaufman lined up in the slot. Ruano off to the left side of the quarterback. Johnson in a bunch set to the far side. They send Ruano out to the slot. Empty backfield now for Johnson. He drops back to pass, looks for a quick screen, and he finds Baker behind the line of scrimmage, but takes it up for a good gain of nearly 9 yards. It'll be 2nd down for the Pels, but a nice pitch and catch there.
Yeah, you can see the rhythm now. They finally got into that rhythm. Get those linemen up there and drive this one in. I'd like to see a run on this one, though.
Looks like the rain has started to fall down there at Modoc Field as well. We can see it in the light. Had lightning delay earlier, but a little rain won't stop us. I sure hope not, at least with how it's coming down right now. This artificial turf surface can survive it. 7:30 and counting to go in the second quarter. Klamath Union has its 2nd and 3 from the 11-yard line. Knocking on the door here in the red zone. Johnson puts Baker in motion from right to left. Here's a handoff to Ruano. Shakes one defender, but is swallowed up only a yard upfield. It'll be 3rd and short coming up for the Pels.
Yeah, in the backfield, it looked kind of choppy back there. not real smooth handoff, and the defensive line had a great opportunity to get that one.
It'll bring up 3rd and 3. Klamath Union converting on 3rd down once already this drive. That makes them 1 for 3 in the ball game, as Johnson again gets the call in from Coach Overstreet on the near sideline. In his 2nd season with Klamath Union, in his 3rd season with Lapine is head coach Brandon Tyrrell. He's got his hands on his knees trying to hope for his defense to get a stop. Klamath Union trying to punch it in for 3 straight scoring drives. Here they go, 3rd and 3 from the 10. Johnson again puts a receiver in motion, going from left to right, looks for a slant route across the middle, but it's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down for KU.
Yeah, timing just let him up a little bit too quick, but 4th down and short. Not sure if they're going to kick it or go for it.
Klamath Union, they're confident in their kicking game, but Johnson looks like he's bringing a call out from the sideline. And so 4th and 3 in Lapine territory. They could go for it here, and it looks like they're about ready to. This will be their first, they're already 0 for 1 on 4th down conversions tonight. They had another one at near midfield before our lightning delay, but this is a second opportunity for the offense here, trying to punch it in or at least get a 1st down. They've got a little bit of room, too. The 1st down marker is at the 9-yard line. They'll snap it from about the 11, but there is a timeout on the field before we get the snap off. And I believe it was a Pelican timeout.
No, Lapine.
Oh, was it Lapine? Okay. Well, that's their second charged timeout of the half. Comes with 6:12 to go in the second quarter. They trail Klamath Union 12-10. Want to remind you, tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com brought to you in part by Howard's Meat Center, where tradition meets innovation with every cut and every bite of Smokin' H barbecue. As you step through their doors, you're not just entering a meat center, you're stepping back in time to when the quality of the meat and the depth of the customer service were everything. You can check out Howard's Meat Center next to Les Schwab Tires on South 6th Street, or the Smokin' H barbecue food truck up by the Tap House by Oregon Tech. So we've got, again, this timeout called by Lapine. Klamath Union looking to potentially go for it on 4th down, although now with this timeout, they could change gears. There's offensive coordinator, though, the one in the huddle. Don't see their special teams coordinator out there at all yet. So looks like Klamath Union content to bring the offense back out onto the field on this 4th down attempt. Rain continuing to fall tonight, 57 degrees here in downtown Klamath Falls. And rain expected to stop within the next little while, but cooling down this evening. And here comes the KU offense. They've got 3 men in the backfield, 2 men set out wide. Johnson flanked on either side. Now he sends everyone to the right side. 4 receivers bunched up to the right, 1 to the left. Johnson alone in the backfield. Calls for the snap, and they get the Hawks to jump. At least that's what I saw. We'll see if Klamath Union wound up jumping a little bit early. We'll see the official signal here. This is a big call.
It is. They'll only get half the distance. No, they should get the full 5.
Yeah. So it is against the defense. There you go, 5-yard penalty. Klamath Union 1st and goal. And it'll be from the about 6-yard line from best I can tell. 1st and goal, Pels.
Yeah, great job. That's great discipline on the offensive side. When you're trying to draw a defensive off, you're doing a lot of motion, you're doing a lot of moving. But great job of that offensive line of staying solid.
So here we go, a less tricky formation here for KU, but they fumble the snap and they fall on it. They lose 1, maybe 2 on that play. It'll be 2nd and goal from about the 5, maybe the 6-yard line.
Yeah, I think we just saw the first impact of rain.
Yeah, it is coming down pretty good. That ball's going to be slick out there. But Johnson's got the towel in his back pocket. I know the offensive linemen readied up with their gloves before the game. I heard that chat with a couple of the team moms. Had to buy some new gloves before this game today, Todd.
These kids are pampered these days.
Didn't even have gloves. Had they invented gloves back in your day yet, Todd?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Here we go. 5.5 to go in the first half. It's second and goal, Klamath Union. They've got it from the 5-yard line. Bunched up on the right side on the offensive line. It looks to be a pitch to Kaufman coming in for the end around and the score for Klamath Union. Tilden Kaufman punching it in on a 5-yard rush, and the Pels lead 18-10 with 5:19 to go before halftime.
Yeah, great kind of a misdirection type of play because I wasn't even sure where the ball was for a minute there, and Kaufman then just had a great lane and used his blockers correctly and scored.
Now Klamath Union going to come out and attempt the extra point. Safford 1 for 2 on extra points tonight. Hit his last one, missed the first one, but trying to put his team up by 9 with 5:19 to go in the second. The hold. The kick is up from Safford. That time splitting the uprights. The kick is good. Klamath Union leads 19-10 with 5:13 to go before halftime. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, it'll be Lapine football. That's next on the News Talk 92.9 1150 KAGO and on mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
$5:13 to go in the second quarter. Klamath Union with a 19-10 lead against the Lapine Hawks. Last drive for Klamath Union, the longest drive of the game for the Pels. 7 plays. We've got 4 minutes and 47 seconds on that drive. They took it 49 yards to the house, punching it in on a Tilden Kaufman 5-yard touchdown, and they lead now by 9. Back to receive for Lapine is stationed at the 20. Klamath Union has done a little bit of squib kicks these last few times, but this time Safford sends a line drive out to the 20. That is fielded back near the 15, brought up to the 25, but down before reaching the 30-yard line. I believe that was Wilkinson on the return, and Lapine will take it 1st and 10 from their own 30.
All right, the key is to keep that defensive momentum going and 3 and out and get the ball, get one more score before the end of the half.
Back-to-back drives for Lapine ending in interceptions with 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. Tilden Kaufman came away with a pick, and then on the last drive with about 10 minutes to go in the second quarter, it was Kovacic who came in for an interception. You see him there at the bottom of your screen, number 27. We'll see where Lapine goes here. 1st and 10. They have it officially marked from the 29-yard line. Now taking the snap from under center is Campbell. It is a handoff to the right side. Finding some room, but not much. A carry of 2 or 3 yards on that play for Lapine, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, the defensive end is doing a great job of keeping his containment out there, pushing everything back in for his the flow to get it to him. Great run by the Lapine guy, dancing through that hole a little bit and found some space to get 3 or 4.
Yeah, that looked to be the senior Elijah Sparrow in on the carry. He's been their primary running back tonight. Listed as a wide receiver on the roster, but has taken those running back duties along with Shea Johnson. We'll see him out there as well. All right, here we go. 2nd and 7. Again, Campbell under center. This is another handoff, and this time it's again Sparrow who takes it upfield. I believe he was stopped just short of the marker. A solid gain, but I think he's a yard short.
Yeah, no, it's a good run, and KU did a good job because he still, again, had a dance to get the yards that he got, but now this is a big-time play here to – it looks like they might be measuring.
Oh, they're just going to give Lapine the first down. So there you go. The Hawks get their 5th first down of the contest. They'll have it now 1st and 10, still in their own territory at the 38-yard line. Clock continues to tick away. 4 minutes to go before halftime. A 19-10 ball game that Klamath Union leads Lapine. Campbell no longer under center. He's got 2 men in the backfield with him and 2 receivers lined up to the right. Campbell calls for the snap, drops back to pass. He looks deep down the sideline. The pass is incomplete. The intended target downfield, Remington Evans, but Tilden Kaufman there to break up the pass. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, great job by the corner, although he's letting that receiver get behind him a little bit, and that concerns me. But he did catch back up and broke up that pass. Good job.
2nd down and 10 coming up for the Hawks. But you're exactly right. They've gone to that deep route on the sideline a few times tonight. It was there on the one of the early plays in the ball game on a deep pass, about a 50-yard completion. But since then, Klamath Union has denied that deep ball for the most part.
They have.
Here we go, 2nd and 10. Campbell again under center. Got a fullback lined up there with him, and it is a fumble snap. The Hawks fall on it. It looked like there was some confusion at the snap. I don't know if the quarterback was ready for the snap, but whatever the case is, it is 3rd and 10, and Klamath Union calls their first timeout of the half. With 3:26 left to go in the half, it is a 19-10 ball game that the Pelicans lead the Hawks. Want to remind you to stick around for our Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show. Harbor Isles exists to provide a clean, multi-use facility for the advancement of health, wellness, and longevity to its members and the community. We invite you to join Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club, where they feature top-of-the-line equipment, full-service personal training, and an array of group exercise classes. Also, want to give a big shout-out to God's Gifts Photography. Saw Annalisa downstairs. She does a fantastic job taking photos of all the student athletes in the basin. If you've seen some of the photos we posted on mybasin.com, chances are they were taken by Annalisa and God's Gifts Photography. She takes team photos or individual photos at a great price. You can search her up on Facebook at God's Gifts 2. That's also her website down there as well. Thanks again to Annalisa Casson and God's Gifts Photography. 3rd and 10 for the Hawks. 3:26 remains in the second quarter. They trail Klamath Union by 9. And if we continue to look ahead a little bit as well, for the sake of the Hawks, they should get the ball back after halftime as well. So they find themselves in a not uncomfortable position either at this point in the game.
Yeah, most definitely.
So it looks like they're about ready for this 3rd down play. Lapine so far tonight 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions. Campbell takes it in the gun. Calls for the snap, and it's a handoff coming to the near side again. That looked to be Sparrow. Rumbles upfield for a gain of 2, well short of the marker. 4th down coming.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me that they did that. But, KU smartly calls a timeout. They'll have the ball if they, assuming a punt's coming, they'll have it for 3 minutes to get another score there.
Yeah, they've able to methodically drive the ball down the field last time. It took them 7 plays and about 5 minutes to punch in their last score. That's not what we've seen from them typically so far this season. Their other 2 scoring drives were 2 plays each, and against Mazama, their scoring drives were all between 2 and 4 plays. So being able to possess the football for a long period of time, that's certainly a skill in and of itself. I think when you have to start to control the clock a little bit.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, if KU does get this ball, which is likely, what you want is it's 3:16. You want a 3-minute drive.
Yeah. Lapine will more than likely be forced to punt. It'll be 4th and 7. That's the official down and distance. They'll have it on their own 40-yard line. So certainly, I'd say the right choice to punt the ball here. But Klamath Union taking that timeout more just to stop the clock. Make sure they're ready for this 4th down play. Back to receive the punt will be Tilden Kaufman. That's assuming that Lapine does bring out the special teams unit, which seemingly they are. To punt for Lapine is the junior Shea Johnson. He's standing right about the 28 or so yard line. And back to receive again is Kaufman. He's at the 25 on the other side of midfield. So here we go. 4th down play. The snap is high, able to collect it and get the punt off. goes out to about the 40, kicks up to the 35, and goes out of bounds. That's where the Pels will take it. 1st and 10 in their own territory. 3:07 to go in the second quarter, a 19-10 ball game. Rain continuing to come down here tonight at Modoc Field. Like I said, the weather app tells me it's supposed to stop in the next 25 or so minutes. But since it's dark outside, I can't really see where the clouds are at, but it certainly shows no signs of stopping here now.
Yeah.
All right, Pels will have it 1st and 10, 35-yard line. Reese Johnson and Gavin Coe has been the connection so far tonight. They've struck quickly. But as you said, Todd, the goal here, possess the football. You don't have to strike quick. Maybe take it if it's there, but you don't need to have that deep, long pass to start this drive.
Yep, I 100% agree. I'd rather get the 3 minutes off and a score than score right away.
Snap to Johnson, has room in the pocket. He looks deep again to Gavin Coe. Complete at the 30, to the 20, 10, 5, high stepping into the end zone for another Pelican touchdown. 25-10. Todd, they did not like what we had to say about possessing the football.
What do I know? I mean, you're exactly right, though. Take the score when you can. I will tell you, LaPine's defensive backfield is going to have a heart-to-heart conversation at halftime because that is the 3rd time they let Coe get clearly behind him. Easy route, catch, and score. Great job.
He's up over 200 yards receiving for the night, and we aren't even to halftime yet. Another 60-yard touchdown connection between Reese Johnson and Gavin Coe, and Klamath Union looking to knock through an extra point to put themselves up 16. The snap, it's going to be a handoff to Safford, lowers the shoulder, fighting for that yardage, falls forward. Did he get it? No, he did not. And the extra point attempt on a 2-point conversion is no good, but Klamath Union lead 25-10. They only need one play to go 65 yards on the touchdown catch for Gavin Coe, and they lead again by 15. They'll have one timeout on the defensive end, but again, for LaPine's sake, you're down 2 scores, and you have a potential to get back-to-back possessions here if you play it right.
Yeah, exactly. LaPine is wishing for lightning. Because everything changed after that lightning. You could kind of see things starting to change, but everything definitely changed right when they came back from that lightning break. And halftime is looking good for LaPine right now.
It's been 25 unanswered points for Klamath Union. Gavin Coe, 3 touchdown receptions in that time. They are certainly rolling here. They found something that they like. And the defense, for what it's worth, has also been stellar. I mean, you look at the last handful of LaPine possessions. We came out of the break, and they threw an interception. Then they threw another interception, and then they were forced to punt on a 3-and-out.
Yeah, and then on top of that, when you look at their 10 points, 7 of those points was a fluke. I mean, it was
fumble
early
recovery for a touchdown, yeah.
Yeah, early play. And, KU could have had their heads down easily after that, but they regained their composure, and now we got the score we got.
2:58 and counting in just a moment. Second quarter, Klamath Union to kick things off. They've been creative on these kickoffs so far. Safford this time sends it long. It is fielded at the 10 by Sparrow, brings it up to the 20 now the near side. Gets up to the 30, brought down at about the 33. And pardon me, that was not Sparrow on the reception. That was Taylor. And LaPine will have it 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. LaPine forced to punt their last time out. Aside from the lightning, too, Todd, we talked about trying to get that ground game going for both teams. It doesn't seem like the rain has impacted the passing game for Klamath Union, but LaPine, since that rain has come down, they've taken some snaps under center. They've maybe been thrown off balance a little bit by this weather.
I think you're right.
But here they come out onto the field again, led by their quarterback, the junior Kane Campbell. He's going to take this one from under center. They've got a fullback back there behind the quarterback as well. This looks to be a handoff to Sparrow. Takes it along the right side, but he is swallowed up for maybe a loss. Maybe he got back to the line of scrimmage. Regardless, it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, good job by the defensive line. They're starting to control this game, and I think really honestly the defensive line for KU was the thing that created the momentum the other way, shifted the momentum. They were boxing that run game in for LaPine, forcing them to throw some deep, and then our cornerbacks are doing a great job covering. Right now, though, nothing deep.
Yeah,
nothing deep.
2nd down and 11 for LaPine. Campbell is going to have one receiver, looks like on either side of him. Sending out to the right side is Taylor. And Taylor switches back. They've got Evans there now. Time continues to click away. 1:55 to go. LaPine has one timeout left for this half, and it looks like they might have to use it right now to avoid a delay of game penalty. With 1:49 to go in the second quarter, they trail by 15. They've got the football, 2nd and 11, but, well, if you're unable to get that play off, you got to call a timeout there.
Yep. But they don't have any more now, so they better get some plays smooth. They've seen since that lightning delay they just seem off.
Yeah.
Not getting on the ball as efficiently as they were, and confused and so yeah.
Fixable problems though.
It is.
I mean, when you go into halftime, they're certainly down, but they're definitely not out. But Klamath Union just has to continue their game plan. They've been playing well so far. Want to recognize some of our sponsors while we have this quick moment in the timeout. Tonight's broadcast brought to you, of course, by Abby's Legendary Pizza. If you're looking for a great place to eat, head to one of Abby's Legendary Pizza locations for some of the best pizza in the Klamath Basin at 1919 Austin Street or 2226 Shalleck Street near OIT. Abby's Legendary Pizza is a proud supporter of high school sports.
Hey, Abby's, if you're listening, man, a pizza down here wouldn't be a bad idea right now.
Hey, now we're talking. Here we go. 2nd and 11 for LaPine. Campbell in the gun, running back station behind him, and a handoff. Sparrow trying to find some room on the near side, but a flag as the tackle is made at the 30. A second flag in the backfield as well. It was a tackle for a loss of 2, but we'll see where this ends up with all that laundry on the field.
Yeah, again, defensive line is doing a good job of holding up the linemen, and that running back is kind of dancing around figuring what hold to take, and it looks like it's going to be a hold against LaPine.
So they're declining the holding penalty that way to try and force 3rd and about 13, maybe 3rd and 11, it looks like is what it's going to be officially. And so for that, I believe, does the clock kick back up if you deny the penalty there?
No, it should stay stay off. But
3rd down and 11 for LaPine. Big 3rd down here.
No, the clock is running.
And there they go. It's ticking away. 1:40 left to go before halftime. Campbell under center again. This looks to be a handoff to Sparrow, trying to find some room on the right. Turns the corner, but has his shoelaces picked up, and he gets tripped up for a short gain on that play. It'll be 4th and about 9.
Yeah, it looks like KU took a timeout, their last timeout, I believe. Oh, there's a flag on the field too, though. Excuse me.
Where do you see that flag there, Todd? Oh, on the far side of the field. Okay. We're going to find out. Clock stops at 1:27. Another holding penalty against LaPine. It'll be declined again. And now we'll have Klamath Union take their final charged timeout. So the clock will stop 1:27. Klamath Union will more than likely get the ball back. And, well, we know they can strike quick. Now you think about striking quick,
yeah,
Todd.
Most definitely, yeah.
LaPine failing on that previous 3rd down attempt. That makes them 0 for 4 on 3rd down attempts tonight. And as we have this timeout, I want to remind you tonight's broadcast brought to you by Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. They know that picking the right path can make the journey easier, the distance shorter, and can assure that you end up at the right place. Whether you're dreaming of owning a home or you just want a great checking account, Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union can help you reach your goals. Also, Klamath Falls Subaru, another proud sponsor of our broadcast tonight through the Subaru Love Promise and Subaru Share the Love events. Klamath Falls Subaru has donated thousands of dollars to dozens of hometown charities, comfortable and not corporate. At Klamath Falls Subaru on Washburn Way, stop by and say hi. want to give a big shout out to Rob Cedar down at Klamath Falls Subaru and his gang. You know, during the summer, Todd, the Klamath Falls Falcons American Legion baseball team made the Northwest Regional. Their bus broke down in the state tournament. And so Klamath Falls Subaru stepped up, donated a couple vans to make sure the Klamath Falls Falcons made it to Burley, Idaho to compete in the regional.
Oh, wow. Shout out to them. That's they are definitely community leaders.
So we'll have a punt here, assuming on 4th and 11. Tilden Kaufman back to receive at about the 30-yard line. But it looks like Lapine has their offense on the field, 4th and 11.
He's backing up. I think they're punting.
There we go. He does take a step back. It's the quarterback who unleashes the punt. A shorter punt, about 25 yards downfield. Skips up to the 35-yard line, now to the 34. Lapine stares it down. Someone gets a hand on it. And with a minute 14 left to go before halftime, the Pels will have it 1st and 10 on their own 34.
So if I'm Lapine, I'm looking for number 8 in red.
Yes.
And I'm going to find out where he is. I'm going to put 2 men on him this time.
At this point, it seems like you have to. Koa has beat whoever's been guarding him one-on-one tonight, and it hasn't been particularly complicated routes. He's been streaking.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Pels up on the ball, 1st and 10 from the 34. Again, just a shade over 1 minute remains before halftime. Reese Johnson alone in the backfield. There is Gavin Coe lined up in the slot on the near side. Tilden Kaufman at the bottom of your screen, and 3 receivers set out to the left. Johnson issuing commands to everyone lined out wide. Now he calls for the snap. Looks for Kaufman quick on the screen. Cuts back to the 40, and he is going to get out of bounds. About 6 or 7 yards upfield, maybe about 8 yards upfield. A nice catch there for Kaufman, brings up 2nd and short.
Yeah, and Coe made a nice block. He made an initial block inside, then let go of that guy and went to the next one and helped him get the 9 yards.
You love a guy who can do both,
yeah,
go deep
exactly.
and get off a block.
Exactly.
So 2nd and 1. So it was a 9-yard catch there for Tilden Kaufman. Reese Johnson again alone in the backfield, and the same formation. 3 men lined up to the left, 2 men to the near side. A minute 9 on the clock here, 2nd and 1. Johnson takes the snap, looks quickly on the other side to Ruano. Ruano makes the catch, gets the first down, now brings it up to the 50. Stays on his feet to the 45, but he gets out of bounds. And about a 11-yard catch there for Ruano makes it 1st and 10. Klamath Union with a minute to go before halftime.
Yeah, nice catch and nice catch and run. Great job. Great job.
And able to, again, use those wide receivers as blockers. It was caught in the backfield by Ruano, but able to make it up there for a solid gain of, again, 10 yards on that catch.
Yep.
1st and 10 from the 46 for Klamath Union. This time they've got 4 men set out to the near side. Ruano, Kaufman, Baker, and can't make out who the last one is, but they're going to try to find Kaufman in the backfield. They're going to try to let Kaufman throw it downfield. It is in a no-man's land, incomplete. Kaufman feeling the pressure. Klamath Union breaking out some trickery, but unable to complete that one. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, good try, but quite honestly, you're doing so well with your normal offense. I wouldn't do stuff like that. I would maybe take number 8 and streak him.
That's one heck of a play call at this point in the game, Todd.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knew?
Yeah. A lot different than what we said before last time he caught the football. Here we go, 2nd and 10. The Pels getting that play call in. They'll have 45 seconds to try to get 46 yards.
They better hustle. They're not going to make this 30 seconds.
Let's see. We don't have the back judge with his hand up yet. Not quite sure if it's the play call or here we go. Now they're getting up on the line, and they'll have it 2nd and 10. Breaking out of the huddle quickly. 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the near side. Johnson looking quickly to his left. He finds a man downfield for a gain of 7 or 8 yards. I believe that was Maruk Morris there on the far side. And it seems like he got out of bounds as well. Clock stops at 41 seconds. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the 37-yard line.
Yeah, nice button route, which is, go basically 7 yards, just turn around and catch it. And that sets up that deep ball. So the deep ball, they're so concerned about it. Little button routes are going to be really great just to march the ball down the field.
So I believe I misspoke. It'll be 3rd and 2, not 2nd and 2, but Klamath Union 1 for 4 tonight on 3rd down conversions. And they're looking for another here. Johnson again alone in the backfield. They've got 3 men set out here to the near side. Ruano, Coe, and Kaufman. And here they've got Baker in motion in the backfield, but they throw it forward. It is caught by Morris. And it is a gain of about 4 yards on that play. Clock stops as they move the chains.
No, they called it incomplete.
Oh, it was incomplete.
Yeah. But that was another button route, basically. And it was right there. It was wide open. Just throw low, and receiver couldn't scoop it up.
So 4th and 2 from the 38-yard line. Klamath Union going to keep the offense out onto the field. They're looking for points to cap off this first half. And here we go. 3 men to the near side once more, 2 to the left. Lapine's defense set up ready for a deep pass. Johnson, lots of time to throw in the backfield, staying on his feet, trying to come to the near side. Looks for his receiver in the corner, and he finds Gavin Coe again at about the 23-yard line. Clock stops at 22 seconds. First down, Pelicans. They're going to get on the ball quick.
Yeah, real impressive because quarterback scrambling. Coe knew what to do, is to come back to your receiver, find a spot, caught, first down.
Johnson had a lot of time on that one. Credit to the O-line as well on that play. Similar formation, 9 seconds to go. This might be the last play of the half. Johnson scrambling out to his left. He's looking to the end zone. It is caught, and another Klamath Union touchdown. With 2 seconds remaining in the half, they now lead 31-10. I want to say that was Nolan Baker. I can't quite make out who it was, but that was a 24-yard touchdown pass for Reese Johnson and gives Klamath Union another 6 points.
9.
So that was, that was Nolan Baker. That was his first touchdown connection of the night. Again, from about 24 yards out. Klamath Union a chance to add another. Safford back to kick the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. 32-10. Klamath Union has scored 32 unanswered points, and they lead big time as we get ready to head to the locker rooms. That drive, just exactly what you wanted. 6 plays, a minute 13 off the clock, and again, a big lead for him here.
Yeah, and you don't like to see the Little Pines teams. Their heads are hanging down right now. They're walking, and that's what 32 straight unanswered points will do to a team.
Klamath Union's offense has pretty much been able to find what they wanted. Again, credit to the offensive line on that last play. Gave Johnson all the time in the world to just kind of float out to the left, find a receiver in the left corner of the end zone, and, well, there you go. Another touchdown pass for Reese Johnson. That is his 4th touchdown pass tonight.
Yeah, I always love watching good offensive and defensive line play. It's the core of football, and KU is really doing a great job tonight in that area.
Safford with the kick. It's another squib kick. Klamath Union, I believe they recovered the onside kick. Just skip past the 50. They picked it up at the 48, and with 2 seconds, Klamath Union will get another play off from scrimmage. That's creative.
So, I'm a gambling man.
Yes.
You think Coe down the middle?
Is that a gamble, or is that what you're probably looking for?
I would say the odds are pretty good on that one. Lapine's doing a good job right now of lining up. You have 4 guys sitting on the 20, so maybe a short pass and try to run it in. But, this will be an interesting play.
KU will have it from the 49-yard line. I mean, just enough to collect that onside kick fairly there. And they'll get one play. Lapine's defense playing way back. They are preventing a deep pass if they can help it. They send 4 after Johnson, who has lots of time to throw, moves up in the pocket, has it at the 45, now to the 50, takes it up, and he'll scamper out of bounds. The Pels couldn't find anything. Reese Johnson gains about 6 yards on that carry, but that will take us to the end of the first half. Klamath Union with a 32-10 advantage as we head to the locker room. Stick around for the Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show. That'll be coming up next on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and on mybasin.com.
What are the best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan.
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
you know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
As a parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
What are your goals? To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you are aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
It's time to reclaim your health and your autonomy. At Heartfelt OBGYN, they focus on you. Their evidence-based approach to care means fewer office visits and a targeted treatment plan to directly address your specific needs. They believe in solutions for their patients, not the industry's profit margin. The providers at Heartfelt OBGYN are committed to serving the community and giving back to the Basin. Find them at heartfeltobgyn.com. Heartfelt, because you deserve to be in control of your body and your informed choices.
And welcome you back to the GINO'S Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO. At halftime, the Pelicans lead Lapine 32-10. Josh Eldridge, glad to be with you tonight. We've got Walter Hartley sitting next to me now as Todd takes a break here during halftime. Walter, you got to watch most of that first half. What are some of the things you saw as that game went along?
Well, first off, KU started on kind of a low note. We'll say that the Hawks started on a high note, rather.
Yeah.
With that strip fumble and then back to the end zone for 6 on that same play. I watched that start early, and I'm like, oh, wow, this is going to be a one-sided game. But the KU has really turned it around.
Yeah, they scored, 5 unanswered touchdowns towards the end of that first half. And we'll go down our scoring totals as we have them so far. Walter, after 2 plays, you're exactly right. Lapine came away with a strip and a fumble recovery for a touchdown. That made it 7-0, only about a minute into the ball game. Lapine would get the ball back with about 9.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. They drove downfield in 8 plays. They capped it off with a 45-yard field goal, which was a great kick. But since then, it's come up all Klamath Union. Really, since that lightning delay punted us 30 minutes, Klamath Union has come out in control. 2 plays and about 45 seconds. Gavin Coe, a 68-yard touchdown catch, made it 10-6 after the missed extra point. Tilden Kaufman comes up with a big interception on defense, and again, you find Gavin Coe, that time from 65 yards out to make it 12-10. Klamath Union took the lead with 10:50 to go in the second quarter, and they never gave it back. Kovacic came away with another interception on defense for Klamath Union, and then they had what I think is their best drive of the game so far. 7 plays, 5 minutes, capping it off with a 5-yard touchdown rush from the wide receiver Tilden Kaufman. That made it 19-10. A couple of plays later, Gavin Coe again, a 65-yard touchdown catch, making it 25-10. And Klamath Union got the ball back one last time with just a shade over a minute to go in the first half. 6 plays and a minute and 13 seconds later, a 24-yard touchdown catch for Nolan Baker. Reese Johnson looks real comfortable in the pocket, and he's having a real easy time finding these receivers.
Yeah, he's 6'5". He had a whole year of experience last year as a sophomore back then. Now he's a junior. And I think that he's been really able to grow and develop both physically and mentally in this game.
I got to ask you, Walter, alma mater here at Klamath Union High School. I'm assuming your first time back after graduating last year. What's it like to see your home football team get a few points up here on the board?
Well, I did have an opportunity to go down to the stands
yes.
earlier, and the atmosphere is incredible.
Yeah.
You know, KU fans, I'm not going to say much, but winning feels great to us.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
We'll take that. 32-10. Game certainly not over yet, but Klamath Union in control at halftime, up by a few touchdowns. We're going to step aside here during our halftime show. When we come back, we'll take a look around the state. Most of the action happening tomorrow night around the state of Oregon. We'll get you the lowdown on who to look for, and we'll also get you ready for the third quarter. That's all coming up next on the GINO'S Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO, with live free video tonight on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Subaru, you're coming home.
It is halftime, the Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show here on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and on mybasin.com. Harbor Isles exists to provide a clean, multi-use facility for the advancement of health, wellness, and longevity to its members and the community. We invite you to join Harbor Isles, where they feature top-of-the-line equipment, full-service personal training, and an array of group exercise classes. Again, 32-10 our score at halftime as Klamath Union leads Lapine on a special edition of Thursday night high school football on mybasin.com. As we know, most of the action around the state happening tomorrow. We'll give you an idea of where the rest of the Klamath Basin teams are at tomorrow. Chiloquin has got a bye week this week, so we won't be mentioning the Panthers. But as we look at the other 1A school in our area, Cross Point Christian, looking to grab a win against Dufur. Cross Point Christian lost to the defending state champions last week, Adrian, 44-0. And they'll get another crack against a really good 1A school in Dufur. That is tomorrow night at 7:15 at Summit High School. As we look through some of our 2A schools in the area, Bonanza is got their second home game in a row to start the season. They'll be hosting the Devils from Lowell High School. That game starts at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. The Lost River Raiders on the road. They're taking on Heppner tomorrow. The Mustangs, who knocked the Raiders out of the playoffs in the quarterfinal a season ago. The Raiders, led by longtime head coach Dennis Dunley, looking to grab their second win of the season. Then in the 4A classification, Mazama is going to be at home. They're actually playing a 5A school tomorrow night at Mazama. They're playing Mountain View. Mountain View looking like a pretty good squad to start the year. Pardon me, they scored 40 points in each of their first 2 games to start the season. And then what could be the game of the week, regardless of classification around the state of Oregon, the Henley Hornets hosting the Marist Catholic Spartans tomorrow night. It is a rematch of the state championship game from 2024 and 2023. Hornets losing in the 2024 state championship game to the Spartans, looking for a bit of retribution in their opening game of the season tomorrow night at Henley High School. You can listen to that game on 104.3 and 960 Sports or on mybasin.com. You know, Klamath Union playing in the 3A classification in football. Typically a 4A school, but a member of Special District 5 in the 3A classification for the OSAA. You look around their league, it is a tough league. Cascade Christian, who right now holds the #1 spot in the OSAA rankings, is 2-0 to start the season. Phoenix, who's a top 15 team, as well, is 2-0 to start the year. And North Valley is 1-0. They're actually the #3 ranked team in the state right now, according to the OSAA rankings. Now, you can take that with a little bit of a grain of salt. The OSAA rankings typically take a few weeks to work themselves out, but I'll tell you what, the coaches' polls are typically what you're going to look for at this time of year. And right now, Cascade Christian is ranked 3rd in the coaches' poll. North Valley is ranked 5th in the coaches' poll. And so this is a real tough conference for Klamath Union. Leading the pack in the 3A is Burns, followed by Banks. Vale is number 4. Dayton is number 6. Siuslaw is also tied for 6th place in that respect. Taft is at number 8. Sandium Christian, number 9. And South Umpqua is number 10. They were actually only receiving votes last week, but apparently the Lancers put on a show against Lapine last week. A 30-6 win for South Umpqua was enough for them to inch forward and start receiving votes in those coaches' polls. Remember, stay updated on everything going on in the Basin on mybasin.com. And next week we'll have our prep roundup post detailing everything in high school football, as well as volleyball and soccer and Oregon Tech. That's where you're going to want to have your eyes, right there on mybasin.com. As we step aside another time during halftime this evening, it is 32-10. Klamath Union leads Lapine. Back with more from the Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show on mybasin.com. We'll be back here in just a couple minutes.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness and Performance. Thanks for joining us. Elevate started in 2020 as a dream. I wanted to open up a clinic of my own, really had a heart and a passion to treat athletes of all ages, and got the opportunity to do it. And wow, this is what's happened. One of the best parts of this job is that we get to work with all the student athletes on field, at their contests, at their games, all around the county. Specifically when you're working with dancers, right, we've got like particular ways of movement that we don't want to necessarily correct, because dancers have a very specific way of moving that's important for their athletic performance. At Elevate, we're here to get you moving and keep you moving, no matter if you're 8 or you're 80. Feel free to give us a call at 541-887-2030.
What are your goals? goals. To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you are aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
Welcome back to high school football at MyBasement.com and KAGO News Talk. Klamath Union leads 32-10 here at halftime. So we see KU, they had a very pass-heavy offense the whole game, and LaPine not really getting much to work. What do you see happening in the third quarter?
Yeah, well, if I'm KU coming out here as the coach, what I like to see is a good 8-minute drive with a lot of runs. You know you can pass. You got control of this game. You want the momentum to stay where it's at, but you want to start working on that run game. So I look for KU to run the ball a little bit more, control the clock, because the clock's not your friend anymore. You want that clock to run off as much as possible.
Okay, so you see Jordan Cruz, number 23, KU's running back, getting a lot more carries this game.
That's what I would like to see. I'd like to see that ground game. A game like this, you want to start working on your deficiencies. I think KU hasn't shown a run game yet this season. They have an opportunity to do that here in the second half.
Okay, and from LaPine, we saw them get that strip touchdown in the first drive of the game, and then after that they were able to go down and kick a field goal. What do you see from LaPine as far as turning things around this half?
Well, I'll tell you, when you're down, 22 points, what you want to do is stay composed. Just take small little victories, and as you get those small victories, they grow to bigger and bigger and bigger. The KU defense has just done an outstanding job. They've only really allowed 3 points. An interception got the other 7. So, they have an uphill battle that they got to face, but they just got to look for little victories and build off of them, and that's what I would do as a little LaPine coach right now.
Yeah, absolutely. From what I saw, the KU defense is just suffocating this game. It's hard to do anything against them.
Yeah, when you have control over the line of scrimmage, which KU basically has had, it's going to be a long night for the competitor, which is LaPine tonight.
Okay, any specific X's and O's you want to point out? Any specific plays?
No, I would like to see, again, maybe some traps for KU. Get that running back getting like 5 to 7 yard gains and controlling the clock. Show that you can control the clock, do an 8-minute drive, and that's part of their learning process at KU tonight. You got this game. Don't let this game get away from you, obviously. But as long as you have control over this game like you do right now, start developing your run game because that's going to be really important in the future.
Okay, so start to use this game as development. And now that they're up 12 points or 22 points, excuse me.
Yeah, most definitely. You start to use this, work on your weaknesses, start to develop that, get some confidence in that run game. That's again what I would really preach. And don't let Lapine get back into this game. There's no reason to do that. So stay focused.
Okay. Number 10, Safford. PJ Safford to kick off for the Pelicans. We've got Sparrow and Taylor back to receive for the Hawks. Ball is down. It's a little squib kick again. It bounces up, high bounce. It's fielded at around the 35-yard line. It's taken up to the 48. And the Hawks will have a good starting field position for this next drive.
Yeah, Evans did a great job from Lapine. He caught the ball at the height of it with his hands, didn't use his arms, and then because he did that, he was able to get that 10 to 15-yard gain.
Okay.
Great field position for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Not the worst that they've had this game so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot from KU. They like that little squib kick.
Yeah, it's something that they're working on. Well, they've gotten one onside kick, and we're able to score off of it. But, yeah, they might want to work on kicking it deep, too. Get these guys back, not near midfield.
Campbell takes the snap, rolls out to his right side. He throws it across, and it's a 5-6-yard completion to number 9, Davy Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor did a great job because the KU defensive back came right in front of him and swiped at it, and he stayed focused and did a great catch for a 5-yard gain.
Okay, this is exactly what you want for the Hawks.
I think so. I think you need to do anything you can for to create some little victories and little momentums.
Well, I'd say a 5-yard gain on first down is not bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Number 10, that was the quarterback Campbell.
Yeah, it looked like he was holding his arm.
Escorted off the field. So now in at quarterback for the Hawks. They're going to line up. It's going to be in shotgun. It's going to be number 8, Larios, for quarterback. The Hawks in shotgun. Larios takes the snap, hands it off to number 14. That's Evans. Takes it up the left side and is tackled after about a gain of 3.
Yeah, no, still a great job at KU defensive line. Short gain. Third and four, 3.5. It's manageable for Lapine, but let's see how it's going. 78 for KU. Thompson has done an outstanding job on the defensive line tonight. He's getting in the backfield a lot.
Okay. Larios in shotgun takes the snap. That's off to Evans again. He'll go up the middle. He'll see if he can get that first down.
It's going to be short.
It's going to be short?
Yeah, it's going to be about a long 1 yard.
So KU still leads 32-10. It's 4th and 1 for the Hawks with about 10 minutes and 8 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yeah, I envision Lapine, because their quarterback is still out, to do another run play, but they could surprise us.
Okay. So 4th and 1. They're going for it. They're under center. Larios will take the snap, and it's a quarterback sneaker up the middle, a little tush-push action. And there's flags on the play.
Yeah, might have been the offensive line moving a little early. Yep.
So it's a false start, 5-yard penalty, which makes it about 4 and 6. You think they're punting?
Right now you kind of have nothing to lose, although it looks like their starting quarterback is going to be coming back in for this play. So don't be surprised if a pass is coming now.
Okay. Yeah, so we've got about 9 minutes and 27 seconds left in the third quarter. It's 4th and 6, and LaPine decides to go for it. They were back a penalty 5 yards from the last one. So we've got it's an interception. KU will come up with the ball. That was number 2, Traven Ruano, with the interception. So what happened there was they brought in their starting quarterback, Campbell. He came in. He was still a little bit injured, it looked like to me. He took the snap, and KU came up with the interception.
Yeah, no, you could see that the quarterback just went straight towards a set receiver and didn't really read the coverage, and KU was right there to take the ball.
Okay. Well, they say that quarterbacks always have their favorite receiver. It must have been his favorite.
Yeah, it must have been. Now, again, I would love to see KU establish a run game here, get the clock ticking, and that's what I would like to see. But the coach might want to see something else.
Okay, KU in shotgun. Johnson takes the snap. It's handed off, like you were saying, to number 2, Ruano. So they'll put a wide receiver in the backfield, try to run it up. It's a gain of about 2 yards.
Yeah, it was kind of a little delay. It looked like he's going back to pass a little bit, but then all of a sudden kind of throws it to the running back. And, we've got something going on now.
Flag on the field.
Yeah, it was a dead ball. This is a dead ball flag, whatever it is.
I think we'll find out from our white cap here. Talking it over with the other refs. Refs are still discussing. All right, here we go. Wow. Okay, so we've got a 15-yard penalty for an illegal man on the field.
Well, illegal participation. My gut feeling is frustration came out and was spoken on the field that the officials really didn't like. That's, or one could say the F-bomb came out.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's a good thing the refs. It's a good thing that the refs aren't always mic'd up like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that one play.
Yeah.
All right, KU in shotgun. Johnson out a little wheel route to Ruano, and he's taken down after gaining about 5 yards. Excuse me, that was Baker with the play.
Yeah, they're kind of using that as instead of a pitch. In the olden days they would pitch the ball to get the running back out there. Now they really kind of snap it and just throw it lateral to the running back. So. That is kind of a form of a run play, but it looks like they only actually gained 1 yard, so it's didn't get much production. But again, the key is keeping that clock running.
Okay, keeping the lead, try to end this game as quick as we can before LaPine has a chance to come back.
Yep.
Johnson alone in the backfield. There's a man in motion. It's a fumble. That was Baker with the intended handoff. And a little bit of a timing miscommunication.
Yeah,
error.
It looked like that run was really set up to do a really good job. I mean, the right end, there was a lot of space there for him. I just didn't get the clean handoff, and that happens.
Okay, so it's going to be about 3rd and 14 here with 7:35 left in the third quarter. It is 32-10. KU still leads by 22 points.
But the clock is still ticking, and that's the key.
That's the most important part about it. Huh?
Right now it is.
Johnson, he'll line up alone with 2 to the left, 3 to his right. Little trips action. He'll send a man in motion. That's Kaufman. Bringing 3 to the left side. No one's in the backfield with him. He rolls out to his right side looking to pass, and he'll unleash a throw. It's down to
Coe,
yeah.
I'm just very impressed with how he runs his routes. He runs solid routes, clean cuts. But then again, when the quarterback starts scrambling, he finds pockets in that defense, and he just camps there. And that's the reason why that was a successful play. He camped right next to about 9 yards, and they needed 10, and then he could run for the next yard and get the first down.
Quarterback's best friend, huh?
Yeah, most definitely.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They're almost in the red zone. And the clock is stopped at 6:58 here in the third quarter. Johnson lines up alone in the backfield. He'll send a man in motion. That's Kaufman. He'll hand it off. Kaufman will cut up into his own man to the left sideline, and he's brought down at around the 25-yard line.
Yeah, they're still having a hard time with that handoff. And if that handoff's not smooth, the entire play starts to break down. So that's something that the coach is going to put into his little book of what we work on next week.
Okay, work on the run game. So the clock is running because that was a run play.
Yep.
And so now the clock is at about 6:20 and counting.
Yeah, they're taking a lot of time on this drive, which is exactly what you want to do. That's what I want to see is an 8-minute drive, controlling the ball, keep that clock running as much as possible.
Okay, Pelicans in shotgun. Ruano accompanying Johnson. It's a screen play out to the right side. That's Coe, and he'll take it up the right sideline, and he'll pick up the first down.
There's a flag on the field, though. I think there's going to be a hold. Yeah.
You know, we talked about last game that KU played against Mazama, the penalties, playing against yourself. The first opponent that you want to be is yourself, not getting in the way of yourself. And they've done a good job so far this game, but this penalty is reminiscent of the last game.
Yeah, no, you don't. When you have a rhythm, the first thing that breaks the rhythm is that yellow flag. And it stops the clock, too. You want to keep that clock running. So, but you still second down, 15, 14, still manageable. And, they're down in the 30, so they're still have a very productive drive. Let's see what happens here.
Okay. So clock is counting down at 5:48 now. KU leads 32-10 here in the third quarter. They've got about a 2nd and 14 to go. Johnson lines up in the backfield with Ruano. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Ruano's in motion for a wheel route. Johnson says no thanks, looks deep, and it is incomplete. The intended receiver on that play was Gavin Coe.
Yeah, no, he had him. Just led him just a little bit too far. Maybe Coe's speed is starting to wane a little bit because he's been running a lot of deep routes.
Well, he has been all over the football field this game.
Yeah.
How many yards do you think he has?
Oh, he's got to have north of 230, somewhere in there maybe.
Wow.
That's an outstanding. For some people, that's a great season, and he's doing it right now in one game.
Barely halfway through the third quarter here.
Yeah.
Wow. So, Coe has been on fire tonight. That connection between Johnson and Coe has just really been ignited this game.
Yep, most definitely.
So KU lining up in shotgun. Johnson is accompanied by Ruano. He'll go back to pass, rolls out to his right side. He's looking downfield. He decides to take it himself, runs over the Hawk there. That was in his way. And he'll get back up to the starting line of scrimmage. So still 10 yards to go, a 4th and 10.
Yep. It looks like they're they're in a position that they can go for it. If they turn the ball over there, Lapine still has 75 yards to get a score. So might as well, and with the lead that you got right now, you might as well try to keep the control of the ball.
Do you anticipate a pass or do you anticipate a run play?
I think on this one it's going to be a pass. I'd be surprised if they really haven't had much success on the run yet. I'd like them to develop more of that, but I see this as a pass.
Okay, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Johnson in shotgun. He'll take the snap. He goes back looking to pass. He'll throw just before contact, and it is no good. The intended receiver on that play was number 29, Maruk Morris. And there is a flag on the play. What did you see there?
That could have, deep route, and it kind of threw into coverage a little bit on that one. I thought maybe he got hit a little early, but down here, that's typically a hold in that area.
Wow. What a call. What a call, Todd.
Yeah. So, anyway, they're going to be down on turn the ball over on downs. Again, KU, in my opinion, you want to keep your defense as going and not let Lapine score again. You can test things on your offense, but don't test things on your defense. You want to keep this the score right where it's at.
So Lapine will start their drive from the 25-yard line with 5 minutes and 9 seconds left in the third quarter. KU still leads 32-10, not making anything happen on that last drive, although they did get a lot of yards. So what happened here was the ball fumble. Okay, so the Hawks handed it off, tried to go up the middle. KU swarmed them, and the ball popped out. KU came up with it.
Yep. So it looks like the fourth down play kind of worked.
Yeah, not a bad way to go.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sorry.
No, it's all good. Again, though, I really would love to see the run game. I mean, you got to start developing that, and they really haven't done that. They had that one run for about 30 yards early in the game, but besides that, it really hasn't been much since then.
KU looking to start out their drive on the 27-yard line. Not a bad field position. Johnson will be alone in the backfield, lining up in shotgun. It's pass play again. He goes back to pass, throws just before contact. It's deep, and it is no good. The intended target on that play was Nolan Baker.
Yeah, that was a good play by the free safety. He read the route and was able to disrupt that and make sure that there was no catch.
So as you were saying, the clock is stopped. That's not something that KU wants to do, which is why you were saying they should run.
Yeah, I think you want to show that you can control the clock, and that's you want to get the clock started, not stopped. The clock is not your friend right now, so that to me would be probably the primary goal right now. But the coach might have different thoughts. He might want to get his quarterback a little bit more work or new receivers here or there. So,
KU running in a bunched formation. They'll pitch it to Ruano. He'll run it up, and he'll be tackled for about a loss.
Yeah, a loss of 2, it looks like.
Yeah, so that'll bring up 3rd and 12 with 4:48 on the clock and running. KU still leads 32-10 almost in the red zone.
Yeah, don't be surprised on a pass on this one. But again, you could see right now this is where KU has a huge issue right now. Is they do not have a developed run game, and this game is not going to hurt them. But in games in the future, if they want to be competitive, you always want to have that run game established and be able to show that you can control that clock.
What's that they say it's the most reliable form of offense? Is that?
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay. So KU again in sort of a bunched formation. Whistles on the field.
With 4:04 in the third, timeout Pelicans.
Timeout KU.
Timeout. You're first.
Okay. Time for us to tell you about a great sponsor, Abby's Legendary Pizza. Looking for a great place to eat? Head to one of Abby's Legendary Pizza locations for some of the best pizza in the Klamath Basin. 1919 Austin Street or 2226 Shalleck Street near OIT. Abby's Legendary Pizza, a proud supporter of high school sports.
Yeah, they must have gotten lost because my stomach's starting to grumble a little bit, and I love Abby's Pizza.
Yeah, me too. I love their barbecue chicken is my favorite.
Yeah. Well, we'll give them a pass on this night on not getting that pizza to us.
Yeah. All right. So they've been talking for a while. You think they're drawing up a trick play or something?
I think it would be a mistake to do a trick play. I think you obviously want to score. You obviously want to get a first down. it looks like you've got some a couple. I don't want to say subs, but you got some second string guys in certain places right now, and giving them a chance to play a little bit, which what you do in a situation like this. And I think this is going to be a pass. This has got to be a pass.
Okay. So they set a man out in motion to the right side of the field. Johnson throws deep to Kaufman. It's caught. Big touchdown. 30 yards in the air. Touchdown KU.
That was a great pass. I mean, when he has time to set up, and really throw it, he has a great tight spiral. He gets it behind that defense. I don't understand why Lapine doesn't understand. Don't let anyone behind you, because they keep allowing that to happen, and that's their mistake. That's what exactly happened there, and it was a great pass catch for a touchdown. Good job.
So that touchdown, that connection to Kaufman, that will make the score 38-10. KU leads with 3:58 left on the clock in the third quarter. KU goes to kick the extra point. It's no good. Missed to the left. All right, so after that big touchdown from KU, we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Subaru, you're coming home.
Welcome back to the GINO'S Cafe game of the week. KU leads 38-10 with 3:58 left in the third quarter. Yeah, what have you seen so far?
Well, again, KU has, when basically at will, has been able to throw the deep ball on Lapine. Lapine is still allowing receivers to get behind their corners. Their safeties aren't being able to come over there. Very effective job of the KU quarterback of finding that little pocket back there, and I just don't see any changes happening here for the rest of the game.
Stafford kicks it off for KU. Line drive to the Hawks. It's received by number 14, Evans. And he just took that line drive to the chest and ran up the field. What do you?
Yeah, that looked like a shortstop in baseball taking a hot one.
Yeah, he absolutely took that. So that's going to be the last drive for KU. It was a big drive. They drove all the way down the field. They turned it over, got the ball back at around the 27, and scored. So that marks the 5th passing touchdown for Johnson.
Yeah, and 38 points in a row.
38 unanswered points. Let's see. The Hawks line up in shotgun. Snap is low. Flag on the play. The refs are conferring.
Yeah, it looked like someone was lined up offsides, and they got back just a little half second late, and they're calling offsides on. In high school football, when you line up offside, they just kill the play.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be 5 yards for the Hawks, and it's going to be a 1st and 5.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So the clock is still stopped at 3:47 in the third quarter. KU still leads by 28 points, but the Hawks have the ball. Campbell hands the ball off to Evans, who will try and take it up the middle. He got about 2 yards on forward progress there.
Yeah, it's about 2 yards, and then he fumbled, but forward progress was met, and so the officials killed the play, and now it looks like it's, 2nd and 3? Long 3?
All right, 2nd and 3. Not a bad start for the Hawks.
No.
They're going to see if they can do anything here to advance the ball up the field, although the clock is running against their favor.
Yes.
So, yeah, KU just needs to keep this clock running, play defense like they've been playing all night. Let's see. Campbell lines up in the shotgun for the Hawks. Ball is snapped. A little screen action to the left side, and that is dropped by Davey Taylor.
Yeah, he's one of their better players. He had 150 all-purpose yards last week, but I think he heard some footsteps, and there were definitely footsteps coming to him. So he kind of short-armed that pass, and it was incomplete.
It's something that we saw last week, too, as well, with a couple of KU players. You hear a linebacker coming at you or a DB coming at you for that screen play, and it's hard to make those catches.
Yeah, I can't blame him, but I got to tell him, as a coach, you have to say, catch that stinking ball.
All right. Campbell lined up in shotgun. He drops back to pass. He'll throw it just before contact. It's intercepted by KU. That's Reese Johnson, the quarterback, with the interception. What a play.
Yeah, he again, he's reading the play. He's not letting the receiver get behind him. And when he sees the ball coming, he sees the route, he's able to cut right in front of it and make a great interception. This KU defense is extremely impressive tonight. And, the offense took a little while to get going, and then they did. But this defense is just really impressive.
Absolutely. They've only allowed 3 points, really, because the other 7 were on the offense.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And so they're doing an outstanding job. And in a game like this, that's what you want to see. You want to see your defense continue to finish the game. You can play around with your offense a little bit, but you want to see your defense complete the game. I would like to see the run. I know it sounds like a broken record, but I'd like to see the run get developed.
Yeah, they've been passing almost exclusively this game.
Yeah.
So KU will start their drive at around the 30-yard line with 2 minutes and 41 seconds left in the third. That's a handoff to Kaufman, who will take a big hit on the left sideline and gains about 5 yards on that play.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. You want to see that kind of stuff developed. They're using their receivers as a sweep play, and they're doing a good job.
Yeah, so just to mention it again, we had Reese Johnson with that interception. He throws them, and he intercepts them.
Yeah. Outstanding. A couple guys tonight are having outstanding games. They're going to be sore. You're always sore after a game like this, but the next morning. But yeah, they're
better to win and be sore than to lose and be sore.
Exactly. The soreness feels a little bit better when you win.
Yeah. Johnson alone in the backfield. He'll fumble, and he has to fall on it. He's going to lose about 7 yards on that play, so it's going to bring up about 3rd and 12.
Yeah, he was trying to do a quick pass to get the ball out to that running back's kind of a pass sweep type play. Just didn't set up really solid and basically dropped the ball as he was preparing to throw it.
Yeah, sometimes you get the ball and it's easy to get ahead of yourself. You're looking at what's next instead of what am I doing right now.
And in nights like this, it's getting colder now. There's a little dew out there, so those type of things are going to play havoc on your grip on that ball.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. KU lines up. They've got Reese in shotgun, or Johnson in shotgun, excuse me. He'll drop back to pass. It's a quick little screen play over the middle like they do so well. Kaufman, and he'll bring it up to around the 38-yard line with a flag on the play.
Yeah. I think that one might be coming back. It was starting to develop really well, but I think there might be a little hold down there, or, yeah, maybe a little hold. We'll see.
Like you mentioned earlier, those flags really kill the momentum.
Oh, big time. Big time.
So there's about 54 seconds left in the third quarter. KU still leads 28-10. They've got about 3rd and long.
10-yard penalty from the previous spot.
So it's going to be about 3rd and 21.
Yeah.
So tough field position for KU, but if they're known for one thing, they're known for big passing plays. So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't think they're going to go with a run on this one here.
Yeah, maybe a draw. Maybe a draw, but no, I think you're right. I think they're going to air it out on this one.
So the clock is winding down for the third quarter. 40, 39, 38. KU will line up in shotgun. No one in the backfield accompanying Johnson. It's going to be 3 on the right, 2 on the left, and they'll send a man in motion. Johnson looking to pass. He scrambles, steps out of bounds. 4th and 21.
Yeah, not that it's really critical in this game, but it would have been better if he slid down before he went out of bounds, keep the clock going, get rid of the third period. But you know, it is what it is, and now you want to get a solid punt and make sure Lapine doesn't have great field position for the next possession.
Absolutely. This is not a situation worth being injured over.
No.
So we've got Safford back to punt for KU. And they will have Sparrow back to receive. Timeout KU.
Yeah, I don't think they had enough guys on the field.
Okay. All right. This is the GINO'S Cafe of the week. Cafe game of the week, excuse me. So it's only right if we talk about them. GINO'S Cafe on East Main Street is open every morning at 6:30, serving their famous breakfast burritos. They're served all day long, along with other menu items like burgers, monthly specials, and Italian favorites. Order online at iloveginos.com or on DoorDash.
Have you had one of those breakfast burritos?
I have not had the pleasure, no.
Oh, geez, you got to go down. Those are awesome. They're really good. And if GINO'S is listening, Abby's has not has not come through for us. So breakfast burritos up here would be pretty good too.
We'd love to get some support in the form of some culinary action up here in the Bucks.
Hey, we got some good sponsors and they make some great food. So I mean, let's get a little bonus here tonight, huh?
Yeah, roll out the buffet.
That's right.
All right, Safford back to punt for the Pelicans. They've got Sparrow back to receive. The punt is up in the way to the right side of the field. It'll dribble a little bit, roll back, and that's about 33-yard punt.
Yeah, good. Actually, that was kind of an Australian-style punt there. He kind of rolled out a little bit to the right, came close to getting blocked, but he got the kickoff, and I would say that was especially for a high school ball, that was a pretty good punt.
Yeah, from what we've seen, Safford, he likes to get a running start on his punts, and that has resulted in some big punts for him. He's had multiple down within the 10, within the 5, and he's a big bright spot for KU's kicking team.
Yeah, most definitely.
So we'll see the Hawks start their drive from about the 48-yard line with 7 seconds left in the third quarter. Quarterback takes the snap under center, and they're stopped in the middle of the field, just KU swarming them.
Yeah, they've got their backup quarterback in right now, and I see Little Pine doing a lot of running.
Okay, so that's the end of the third quarter. We'll be back for the fourth on the GINO'S Cafe Game of the Week.
At GINO'S on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
GINO'S on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at iloveginos.com. GINO'S on East Main, simply good food.
Welcome back to the GINO'S Cafe Game of the Week. We are about to start the fourth quarter. We've got the Hawks starting from around the 48-yard line. It's 2nd and 10. The first play was unsuccessful. So they've got a little trick play run action started here. They had about 3 guys running up pretending to carry the ball. And it's number 14, Evans, for the Hawks that comes away with it. Picks up about 2 yards.
Yeah, you got a lot of second-string defensive linemen in there right now, but still they're doing a very effective job. And this is the time to train these kids in the such. So victory is in their hands. They just got to make sure they get the clock running and finish the game.
Yeah, it seems like last week playing against Mazama, that was a big wake-up call for the D-line because Mazama, they're very high-powered. They run a lot. They care about their blocking a lot. Their strength program is very important to them, so I think it was a wake-up call for these defensive linemen.
Yeah.
Okay, so we saw Larios take the snap for the Hawks. He unloaded a pass to Taylor. It was incomplete. He just threw it a little bit short.
Yep.
Not a bad throw for a backup quarterback, but again, you want to see those passes completed because he was open.
Yeah, he really just didn't set up correctly. And that's one thing I think you find in high school ball is these guys rely on their natural ability, but there is a process of being a quarterback. You want to set, and then you want to get good form when you're getting that ball out, and he just didn't do it on that one.
Okay. So we see Larios in shotgun accompanied by Evans. We've got 2 to the left, 2 to the right as far as receivers go. And there's a whistle.
Timeout.
Okay, time to talk about Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty. Little things can add up when big bills when buying, selling, and owning a home. Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty's exclusive Beyond the Sale guarantees protects buyers, sellers, and homeowners from unexpected repair bills. To learn more, call Coldwell Banker Holman Premier Realty today. And one of our favorite sponsors, well, we don't play favorites, but we love Klamath Falls Subaru. Through the Subaru Love Promise and Subaru Share the Love events, Klamath Falls Subaru has donated thousands of dollars to dozens of hometown charities. Comfortable, not corporate. Klamath Falls Subaru. Stop by and say hi. We actually bought our last car from Klamath Falls Subaru. They detailed it really well. Their cars are they keep them really clean, especially certified pre-owned. Yeah, I have nothing but good things to say about Klamath Falls Subaru. So the clock is at 10 minutes and 53 seconds here in the third quarter. KU leads 38-10 as the Hawks have about a 4th and 8 conversion to attempt. Larios takes the snap and shotgun. We've got men in the backfield. He's under pressure. He throws it up into he threw it up into coverage. But luckily for the Pelicans, none of them were able to intercept it because it's turned over at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, no, there's good pressure on the quarterback. He just had to toss it up there, being 4th down. Quite honestly, an interception would have been better for them than the incomplete. And you had like three KU guys having a chance at that ball, and just none of them could come down with it.
Yeah, it's like a pop-up fly in baseball. You gotta talk with your men. You gotta say, I got it. You don't want any collisions with your own men.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
That's got to be the worst injury of all time. if you got injured running into your own man trying to get an interception.
Yep, most definitely.
On-field communication, important. So KU's going to start their drive at about the 50-yard line. Not a bad way to start a drive. They've got about 10 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock in the fourth quarter. KU leads 38-10. So, like you said, they're going to try and keep the clock running with run plays?
Yeah, well, I would hope, but they've got a lot of second and third string guys in there. They might want to see how they catch the ball and such. Oh, great, up the middle.
So Johnson takes the snap and shotgun. He'll hand it off to Cruz, who brings it up about 2 yards up the middle. So we saw that KU laid down some pretty good blocks, allowed Cruz to gain about 2 yards, and it's exactly what you want from a KU run game. Start to develop that.
Yeah, and this is the type of game, and this is the time of the game that you're starting to develop your future. So a lot of these kids are second, third string guys, and they get to show the coach what they're part of.
Johnson, accompanied by two backs, he takes the snap and shotgun, and he'll hand it off to Barillas.
Yeah, good run up the middle there.
Yeah, so sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was just saying, this is a time you develop, this is where you develop your future, is a game like this, and you're getting some younger guys in there, some sophomores in the such, and they're learning how to play on the big stage, and rightfully so when you have a lead like this.
Yeah, that's what happened with Reese Johnson. That's why he's so good this year as a junior, is because they really developed him as a sophomore last year.
Yep.
Okay, KU lines up in shotgun formation. They've got one back. They'll send a man in motion. He'll take it around the left side, and he's brought down for gain of about nothing.
Yeah.
That was Nolan Baker with the carry.
Yeah, good job by Lapine's defense of containing him, but again, important thing is keeping that clock running, and they'll be able to punt here and keep Lapine back well within their side of the field.
So that play brings up about 4th and 6, somewhere in there. So we'll see if they go for it. They've got their punter out on the field, PJ Safford. We'll see what he can do here for KU.
Yeah, no, I think it's smart to punt this one.
Yeah, you're up 28. The clock is running. It's down to 8:26, 8:25. You're at the 48-yard line. It's good to punt. Safford back to punt. He'll get a good step into it. It's up and away, down into the 10-yard line, rolls into the end zone. And
solid hit. In the punting game, you don't want to kick it as far as you can. You want to kick it within the 10.
And it landed within the 10. If he had gotten a good bounce, it might have stayed.
Yeah, most definitely.
Just a bad roll. So the clock is now at 8:08 in the fourth quarter. KU leads 38-10, and the Hawks will start at around the 20-yard line for their drive.
Yep.
Do you expect to see more passing from the Hawks tonight?
I'd be surprised. They've pulled their starter. This is the type of game that you want to work on little things, but they're really not getting those small victories I talked about at halftime. And right now, Lapine might want to keep the clock running too.
Okay. Larios lines up in shotgun for the Hawks. They've got two men on the left. They send a man in motion. And they'll hand it off to that man in motion. That's number 9, Davey Taylor, with the carry. He brings it up the left sideline, gains about 3 yards, and is brought down at around the 27-yard line.
No, it looks like 25.
25.
It could be around the 25, 24. And good play. I mean, good sweep, got him 4. He ran out of bounds, so the clock is stopping on that one. But and then, again, a good job by KU, the younger guys of KU, just to limit them to only 4.
Okay. Good pickup for the Hawks. they'll line up in shotgun again. They've got 3 receivers to the left. They've got Evans in the backfield as a fullback. Larios takes the snap. It's a little screen play out to Sparrow. He'll bring it up the sideline. No one to beat. And he's off to the races. 15, 10, 5, he's in.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's going to be an illegal block that's going to bring this one back. It was a great play, but that illegal block sprung him, and that's what's going to be.
That's devastating if you're the Hawks.
It is. Let's see, though. I might be wrong on this one.
Okay, looking at the flag. They've got the Hawks making their case to the Whitecap.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty.
Okay, so it was a holding offense.
Yep.
On the offense.
Yep. Yeah, that's really sad because it was developing really well for them, and yeah, he still gets the first down because the block happened or the hold happened way down the field, but it's only going to be a gain of 10 now.
Well, you get another opportunity to run your offense, get some development against the KU defense.
Yep.
So they're going to be at around the 30, trying to continue this drive with 7:30 on the clock and running. KU leads 38-10. Larios in shotgun. 3 receivers out to the left. He'll hand it off up the middle. That's Evans. He trucks a man. He keeps going, dragging about 3 guys with him, and he's close to the first down marker.
Yeah, there's another flag. I think this one might be face mask on KU, but we'll have to wait and see.
Okay. Yeah, penalties really kill a drive.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's see what he's going to tell us. Whitecap.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense. 15-yard penalty for the spot of foul, resulting in a first down.
Yeah.
Okay, that penalty was on KU this time. Face mask penalty, and that'll be brought down the field 15 yards. So now they'll get field position at around the 45-yard line with 7 minutes on the clock and counting.
Yeah, that was a strong run up the middle by Lapine, too. 14 was running downhill, as they say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he dragged about 4 guys with him.
Yeah.
Good strong run. So Larios in shotgun, he'll send it off to the right side, a little screen action. That's Sparrow with the reception and run. He brings it up about 6 yards, 7 yards, 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd and 2.
Yep. This is where the seniors, the upperclassmen, are looking at their underclassmen and saying, hey, you do not let someone score on us. You know, you got a lot of pride going on here right now, and you're on the sideline, you're steaming because you know you're basically having a shutout going on yourself, and you don't want your underclassmen to let these guys score.
Continue my legacy.
Yeah, exactly, basically right.
Larios lines up in shotgun. He'll take the snap, handing off to Evans. There's a big hole, and he'll pick up the first down and more. Carrying the ball about almost 10 yards. 1st and 10.
Yeah, 1st and 10, about the 31.
Yeah, so they're almost to the red zone. They're in KU, deep in KU territory.
Yeah.
The clock is still running at 5:45 now. KU leads 38-10. So just as we were discussing, you put the young guys in, you get them some opportunity to play, some development, and you tell them, hey, don't let them score.
Yep. No, as a coach, you want to develop them. As a player, you're saying, I have worked my butt off for 3 quarters. I don't want anyone to score on me. You guys keep our legacy going.
Larios hands it off. Ball goes up the middle, and they don't gain anything on that play. That was Evans with the carry.
Yeah, it looks like they brought Thompson back in, and the results were a -1 yard versus the 8 yards they were getting. That shows the impact that he had tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah, so you think they're going to have their backup quarterback air out another pass here, or do you think they're going to stick with the run game?
Yeah, so, again, if I'm Lapine, I'm looking for little victories. So scoring on this drive is important to me. With KU having their first-string defensive line back in there right now, I see a pass, but they're not.
Larios takes the ball under center. They try to go for a quarterback keeper, a little sneak, and they'll pick up about a yard, but nothing substantial.
Yeah, that was Thompson again, 78. He's you could tell when he's in the game. It's when he's in the game, they don't run the ball. When he's out of the game, they've been able to run the ball. So good job tonight for him.
That's 78 on the KU Pelicans.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so this brings up about 3rd and 11 with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game. KU leads 38-10 still, although Lapine is in KU territory. So 3rd and 11. Lapine will line up in shotgun. They've got 2 to the left. They've got Evans in the backfield. Johnson and Evans kind of sorting things out there, trying to figure out what they're doing. So they've got 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Lapine in shotgun. Larios takes the snap. It's low. It's on the ground. He picks it up. He'll run for another 4 yards. And that's going to bring up about 4th and 7.
Yeah, I kind of fumbled the ball. Again, football is so much of timing. And so when you have little fumbles here or bad handoffs there, it really messes the play, especially the younger, high school stuff. And that's what happened there is he fumbled the ball. Everything, all the timing got off, and he just really didn't have a good game. But they're going for it.
Yeah, they're going for it. Is that? Okay. Larios in shotgun. He's got Evans to his left. 2 receivers out wide to the left, 2 to the right. Larios looks to pass. He will. And they call it incomplete, even though Sparrow did catch that ball.
Yeah, no, KU had a blitz on there. Didn't give the quarterback the opportunity to really set his feet and put his a step into that throw, and so it was really kind of a short hop catch on that play, and KU gets the ball. And now again, 2 minutes and 18 seconds left. Let's just run the ball down and call this victory and take it home.
Okay, so KU will start their drive at around the 30-yard line with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left in the game. They still lead 38-10. A great job by that younger defense to get that stop. Like we said, number 78 for KU, Darius Thompson, just ended up being too good to let them score. So we've got Johnson takes the snap and shotgun. He hands it off to number 6. That's Barillas with the carry, and he'll pick up around 3 yards. So great play for KU, exactly like you were saying. Try to run the ball up, keep the clock running, as we mentioned before. The clock is now at 1 minute and 50 seconds. So under 2 minutes, KU will just try to end this game 38-10.
Yeah, take the victory, take your health with you, and get ready for the next one.
Absolutely. Johnson lines up in shotgun, accompanied by 2 backs. He'll hand that one off to Cruz, who has a big hole up the middle. Great blocking by the line. He'll go to the right side, and he's brought down at around the 37-yard line for a gain of about 5. So that'll bring up 3rd and 4. Anything you saw there in specific?
No, just again, the offensive line is learning a little bit more, learning how to create those holes. That was actually a 4-yard gain, so you're happy with that. You want to get a first down here. You're under a minute now, so you don't want to have to punt the ball or anything like that. So keep
Johnson
it going.
Takes the snap, hands it off to Barillas. He'll bring it up, but there's a big hole. Great blocking again by the KU line, and that'll be a first down for KU.
And that'll be the game. 42 seconds left. They'll have to snap the ball one more time, and then they'll call it a night.
Victory formation. Okay, so.
Yeah.
Great game from KU. Oh. They won't be in victory formation.
Well, it's kind of a form of a victory. It's.
Oh, okay. Just in shotgun?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you're right. So Johnson will need that to end the game, making the ending score 38-10. KU in a decisive victory over Lapine. Great game. We're really happy that no one got injured.
Yep.
Great game. The rain stopped. Just a great sportsman outing.
Yeah, the great thing for KU tonight on this one is that this reset their season. They're now 1-1. Now they can focus on the rest of the games. Lapine, unfortunately, have dug themselves kind of in a hole, being 0-2 now, and they got a lot of work ahead of them.
All right, so we'll be right back for our end of the game show after some words from our sponsors.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance. Thanks for joining us. Elevate started in 2020 as a dream. I wanted to open up a clinic of my own, really had a heart and a passion to treat athletes of all ages, and got the opportunity to do it. And wow, this is what's happened. One of the best parts of this job is that we get to work with all the student athletes on field, at their contests, at their games, all around the county. Specifically when you're working with dancers, right? We've got like particular ways of movement that we don't want to necessarily correct, because dancers have a very specific way of moving that's important for their athletic performance. At Elevate, we're here to get you moving and keep you moving, no matter if you're 8 or you're 80. Feel free to give us a call at 541-887-2030.
What are your goals? To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you are aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
Welcome you back to the GINO'S Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO. Live video tonight on mybasin.com. The Klamath Union Pelicans come away victorious, a 38-10 win over the Lapine Hawks. The Pelicans improved to 1-1 on the season behind another great day for their quarterback, Reese Johnson.
Yeah, outstanding job, and Coe did an outstanding job getting behind that defensive backfield and scoring some long touchdowns.
Yeah, Gavin Coe, 3 touchdown catches for Reese Johnson, 5 touchdown passes tonight. He also found Nolan Baker and Tilden Kaufman for 1 each. We thought Klamath Union want to improve the run game tonight, but maybe they didn't need it tonight after all.
I don't think they need it tonight. They'll need it in the future sometime, but they didn't really need it tonight. I'll tell you what was most impressive about Klamath Union today was they got down 10-0.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, if you look at the history of recent history of KU, they could get down, give up on the game, and they didn't give up on this coach. They didn't give up on this game, and they scored 38 straight points after that. Congratulations to KU, keeping your head up and finishing out this game.
I want to give one final kind of note about the analysis from this game. Talked a little bit about it after the Mazama game, how good the KU secondary was. But, boy, if last week wasn't their breakout game, tonight certainly was.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. They've got a bright future in front of them. And just keep going, guys. Just keep going.
38-10, our final score tonight. Klamath Union now 1-1 on the season. Up next for them next week, it's certainly a test. They'll be on the road Friday night in Douglas County, taking on the South Umpqua Lancers. Meantime, for Lapine, they'll be back at home next Friday night. They'll be taking on NISA, another 3A team, a non-league contest. That is Friday night, 7 o'clock for the Lapine Hawks. Wishing their guys a safe trip home this evening. Coming up tomorrow night on MyBasin.com, our coverage of high school football continues as the Henley Hornets take on the Marist Catholic Spartans in a rematch of the 4A state championship game from a year ago. But until then, I'm going to wrap this thing up for you. I want to thank everybody involved in tonight's broadcast, both head coaches, Brandon Tyrrell from Lapine and Josh Overstreet for Klamath Union. Also want to highlight specifically Mike Safford from Klamath Union as well, their special teams coordinator, but also helping us get to know the Pels just a little bit better before each week. And, of course, the athletic director here at Klamath Union High School, Tyler Baker, for giving us a spot up here in the box. Big thanks to Mr. Baker here at Klamath Union High School. Once again, the final score tonight, 38-10. The Pelicans dispatching the Lapine Hawks to pick up their first win of the season. Thanks again for listening tonight on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and MyBasin.com. For Walter Hardley, Caitlin Rodriguez, and Todd Andrus, my name is Josh Eldridge. So long and good night from Modoc Field at Klamath Union High School.